Here we go. All right. Good evening, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Sagi's Dream. I'm going to wait for it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. People are joining in. How is everybody doing this evening? How are you guys doing on Monday? Martin Luther King's Day, by the way. Okay. I hope that you guys had the day off. If you don't, your job sucks. Period. Let me see. I'm waiting for you guys to comment. Sometimes the streaming um Sometimes the streaming service that I use, it's a little delayed. So I'm just waiting to see what you guys say. Can you guys hear me, by the way? I just want to make sure because I tend to have a lot of technical difficulties and I would hate to start before you guys could actually hear me. Let me see who's in the chat. Hi, Zachary. Welcome in, Zachary. I recognize your name from my other channel. Let's see. All right, I see the comments coming in. This streaming service that I use, guys, it's like delayed. It's not like my last streaming service. I'm trying to use something that's a little bit cheaper, trying to be frugal this year. And I don't know, I might have to spend that bag. All right, hi, Ayana, Ayania, Ayania. Okay, I'm alive. I never take a day off. Okay, period. You said sleep is for the dead. I'm not mad at that. I'm trying to have that energy for 2026, honestly. Let me see. Who that? How are you? Funny because Sagittarius is with everyone, but will deny. Uh-oh. Are you a Sagittarius or you're a cross watcher? But even if you're a cross watcher, you're welcome because obviously we're going to be talking about you today. Hi, JBJB1122. Hi, Crystal Morris. Hi, Nike. Hi, Pretty Mink, Pretty and Mink. How are you? Cute names, guys. You guys have really cute names. Yes, this should be good. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm a little tired. I also ate dinner, so I'm a little heavy right now. And I also made beans. So, you know what comes with beans, y'all. All right, we're going to jump right in. It's enough people in here. Thank you for everybody who's joining me this evening. I do appreciate your company. We're going to be doing Aries all the way to Pisces. I will put the signs on the screen. So if you're watching this back a day later, a week later, a month later, you will be able to see where to catch the placement that you want to get those messages from. Okay. All right, guys. So let me know if you're a Sagittarius in the chat or if you're a cross watcher. I would really want to know. I'm curious about that before we get started. Okay, I just got my bedtime reminder that I need to go to bed. All right. Let's see. Do I have cross watchers in here? Or do I have Saggies watching? And if you're a cross watcher, what's your sign if you're bold enough to say? And then we're going to get started. Let me just shuffle the energy for Sag. Maybe I should light a incense, a little Palo Santo. Oops, sorry. Before we get started, cleanse the cards. Phoenix Rising, I'm doing well. I hope that you guys are doing well. It's been a really happy Monday for me, and I hope that you guys feel the same. Yes, guys, I'm eating more beans for fiber intake because I can't do like the fiber, like little slushes. You know, when you get like the fiber powder from the store, it's just nasty. It's nasty. So I have to use whole foods for fiber. So I've been eating a lot of beans, but you know what comes with beans. You know what comes with beans, y'all. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's just cleanse the cards while I see who's in here. All right, it's a lot of Saggies in here. I know that's right. Y'all not gonna let the cross watchers dominate the reading, okay? Y'all said y'all came in here for the truth and only the truth tonight. I hear that. Oh, someone said my dad was a Sagittarius. How was that? How was it having a father who's a Sagittarius? That's interesting. I have a fire sign mother and I have a water sign dad. So I wonder how life would have been with the fire sign dad. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Again, for those of you who are just joining in, this is all signs versus Sagittarius, okay? How do people feel about you at this time? What are they thinking about you? What's in their brain? Um, it's going to be Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces will be the last sign that we do tonight, okay? All right, let's get started. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. It's been a while since we've been on live. Sagi's Dream. Okay. All right. Let's get started, y'all. Okay. So, Sagittarius, this is for those of you. Hold on. Let me see what you guys said. He was a gigolo. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Okay. Okay, we're just whatever. My mother is a Sagittarius and I'm a Sagittarius and my daughter is a Sagittarius. Ooh, that's interesting. You guys probably get on each other's nerves very often because when you have people around you who are very similar to you, you kind of get annoyed with them. But you also love them and can appreciate and understand them in a different way. All right, so let's start for those of you who are dealing with a Aries friend, family member, lover. Let's just see how this Aries feels about you, what they think about you at this time. And I'm also going to pull one card for their next actions as well. All right, thank you for everybody who's in here. I appreciate your company. I know this was last minute, but I do want to do more live readings for you guys this year. So let's just jump right in. Not y'all bonding over y'all gigolo Sagittarius dads in the comments. That's crazy. My dad's almost a gigolo too, but I know him. All right, let's get into it. This is funny. All right, so for those of you guys who are dealing with the Aries, how does this Aries currently feel about Sagittarius? How does this Aries currently feel about Sagittarius? Give me some messages, please. Whoever this Aries is, if you have a friend Aries, family member who's an Aries, lover who's an Aries, how do they currently feel about Sag? All right, let's see. All right, interesting. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. So there's an Aries in your life that you've been giving, they feel like fresh meat, right? When you think about fresh meat or when someone uses the term fresh meat, they usually feel very vulnerable and exposed. So you could have exposed someone's shadow to themselves. You held a mirror to this Aries. You're like, this is who you are, bitch. Okay. I shouldn't be cursing so early. Okay. But you told someone like, yo, this is who you are. And they feel very vulnerable or exposed by you. They feel cut down to size with this Ace of Swords. You told someone the truth, as you usually do, Sag, because you are a very blunt person. I feel like you kept it very real, honest, and very blunt and almost cutthroat with the Aries recently. Whether this was a friend, a family member, or a lover, you just kind of kept it real with them. Trying to see if I have my headphones in, but I don't. So anyway, this Aries feels very overexposed by you. They feel like you know the real them. They feel like they can't hide something. Like there's something that this Aries usually hides from a lot of people. You know the real them, and then you also exposed it to their face, not to the public. You didn't embarrass them on the front street, but they still feel embarrassed because you conveyed a message that was very honest and real, something that they could have not revealed about themselves, like they're running from that truth or they're in denial about something. So you kind of made that very, brutally honest. Okay. Now, even with that being said, this Aries individual sees you as the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So they see you as family, like a friend for life, or in family, they want to help build some type of lasting legacy. They want to be a part of your legacy. All right. Also, I'm getting fatherly energy from this Aries. Like they do father you in a lot of ways. So if they're a friend, they could be like very motivating to you. They try to instill structure or responsibility in you, but you also showed them their shadow. Okay, so it could be a little embarrassing. Even if this is a lover, this is someone who wants to build something lasting with you. They could be looking at marriage or creating a family with you. But also like maybe I'm thinking of like business, like a big legacy. They want to be part of something that you leave behind on this world. They want to actively be on that team with you. Okay? So this is a team player. Now they see you as the queen or the king of swords. All right. So you set them straight about something. They feel like you were very cold or detached in your message. Like you didn't think about how this would affect me. But maybe you felt like you needed to be cold in your message to get it out. Like you couldn't sugarcoat it or beat around the bush with this person. So they're feeling intimidated by you, but they also still want to be a part of your life in a major way. They still want to commit to something long lasting, something that has longevity. They still see you as a very valuable player in their life. Okay. They don't want to lose out on some type of larger than life opportunity with you. But they also feel like, damn, you exposed me or overexposed me. Something that I was in denial about myself, something that I wasn't ready to face. Okay, let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles because that's the first card coming out, which is the stronger energy. So the strongest energy is just wanting to create a legacy with you, wanting to be family, wanting to build a business, whatever it may be. This could even be a coworker. It doesn't have to just be friends, family, lover. It could be coworker, someone in your community, someone at your church. You exposed the pastor. I don't know what you did, but this person still feels like they're 100% with the 10 of Pentacles committed to you. All right, so clarify this Aries as a 10 of Pentacles, how they see and view and think of Sagittarius. Give me some messages. Excuse me, y'all. All right, 6 of Wands. You have a wave going about yourself right now. You have a certain wave about you. Like this Aries wants to ride your wave, but not in a very like not like they're taking advantage, almost like they want to be a part of something big. So you're something big to this Aries. They look up to you, they're inspired by you. You have a certain community or fan base. You're getting a lot of favor. Maybe you're making a lot of friends right now in your social circle. Maybe you just got a really good job or business idea. Maybe your family is doing great and they want to be a part of that. So they want to be a part of something successful here. All right, with the 6 of Wands. This Aries feels like your biggest cheerleader. Like they always have positive things to say to you, but they're very taken aback by maybe something that was considered negative that you exposed about them. I feel like you weren't doing this in a condescending way or you weren't doing it to hurt them. You're just trying to be honest to move forward with them. You want to be part of this team. We value honesty. We being you, okay? So you just kind of like you want to be part of this, you got to face your truth. All right? Let's see what else is here. Oh, okay. 10 of Wands. Now, someone just said something very valuable in the comment section. I'm going to put it on the screen. And this is before I even looked at this card. So someone said Aries and also X, right? So this person could have meant like an ex, like an ex partner. But what's interesting about X, 10 is literally X. 10 in Roman numerals is X, and you have the 10 of Wands. Someone said Aries X bailed when things got hard. That's literally the 10 of Wands. When things get hard, someone becomes a little shady or they start showing their true colors. So you've seen this Aries, and thank you for that, Phoenix Rising. You've seen this Aries true colors when things got hard, when things got stressful. When this Aries gets stressed out, they did something unfavorable. They did something that you didn't like and you exposed it. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna just play it cool. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Okay. So you did that. You also said something to this Aries that was really hard to say. Like you love them, you care about them, you respect them, but I still have to like tell you about yourself. This also could be a work setting for some of you. This could be like a boss. This could be like a supervisor or a coworker. You have to keep it all the way real. It was hard for you to say, but you wouldn't be you, Sag, if you weren't honest. I feel like Saggies are very unapologetically honest, okay? And what's interesting about the Queen of Swords coming out for you, or the King of Swords, it literally says the bitch, okay? So it says the bitch, you know? You kind of said something that kind of came off like you're a bitch, but someone had to say it in this Aries life, okay? So how do they feel about that? Do they respect it? Or how do they feel about the Queen of Swords? They feel like you're very cold or detached from them based off of what you said, like you don't like them. All right, they see you as the Hierophant, so they see you as a spiritual leader. Like you awaken this Aries to something that they were denying or that they were running from. Okay, so they feel like you're kind of setting them into order. You're giving them like a blueprint to how they can move past that. You're invoking some type of spiritual change very deeply into them. They also may see you as a teacher, a guru, a guidance, leader, something like that. All right. And they know that also, I just seen the 10 of Cups. They know that you said it out of love. All right. We have the 6 of Pentacles here. They also feel like generosity, like you've been very generous to them, maybe when they've been in a lack. But it also feels reciprocal. I feel like this Aries has been very generous to you in the past. Now you may feel like you're being more generous to them. You're like, I'm going to give to you, but I'm also going to spit the truth. So you're almost like giving someone like a truth, like what do you call it? Food for thought kind of energy. Like someone needs something, they don't know what they need. So they almost seem like a beggar, like they're looking for something desperately. And you're like, you know what you need? Word of advice. And that's what you gave to this Aries, okay? It is going to invoke some change in them. I also feel like this Aries is not going to switch up on you. We have the 3 of Cups, so there could be something very fun. Ooh, sorry, I feel like I had to sneeze. Anyway, there's something very uplifted and casual. It's almost like you said something to them and then you go back to like enjoying your time with them. You don't give it a second thought, but they're stuck in this like spiral of thoughts from what you said, okay? Now, what's their next action towards you? And then we're going to move on to Taurus. Okay, King of this is petty, but it is what it is. It's like justice. So you're the Queen of Swords to this person. They see you as a little bit of a B. They're going to be the King of Swords towards you. You may catch that this Aries individual is going to be less emotional and more intellectual, more logical, more strategic with how they deal with you. They're trying to avoid some type of tower moment. They feel like what you said was a big tower. You took them off their balance by what you said. It was very like they feel like it was unwarranted. They feel like it was shocking. So the next time you see this Aries, they're going to keep it very surface level with you. They may come off a little detached, but they're still in thinking mode. They're just processing what you said. It's going to take like 7 business days for whatever you said to process, and then they'll return back to normal. I don't feel like this person's retaliating to be mean or anything, but you will see a more logical side from them. They're processing the truth that you gave them. It's taking them 7 business days, okay? So probably in a week or more over than a week, then they'll come back to normal and be their fun-go-lucky self. But right now, they're judging themselves based off of what you judged them with, but they also feel like, damn, Sag was the only real person to say it to my face. So there's a lot of respect here between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, between you and this Aries, okay? All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, moving on to Taurus. Okay, so Sag, this is if you're dealing with a Taurus individual. Doesn't matter who this individual is. They could be a friend, family member, lover. They could be someone that you work with. They could be someone that you met in the airport when you're going on a trip. It doesn't matter. Someone significant in your life that you want to know how they feel about you. We're going to cover that right now. Guys, it's 50 people watching. Woo woo. I love that. Could you guys like the video? I'm going to give you guys what you need. So please like the video. It does help me out a lot. And I appreciate everyone just being in here chilling with me as I do this reading, okay? All right, let's see what's going on. Give me some messages, please, for this Taurus individual and how they feel about my Saggies. How do they currently feel about Sag? Give me some messages. There's a Taurus that's really happy to reconnect with you. Like, I think there's been some stagnancy between you and this Taurus. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, the Bachelorette. They're almost like in their feminine about you. It doesn't matter if they're a feminine or a masculine, they're in their feminine energy. They're super happy to re-enter your life. Like, there's been stagnancy, you fell off the face of the earth. There's been a period of like no communication. You guys have been in separation. They're super excited to get things back off the ground between you two. If they're a friend, maybe you've just been really busy, you've been really focused on your goals, or they've been really focused on their goals. Someone's coming back into your life, someone's finding you again. Even social media, right? Like, maybe you deactivated your social media account and then you're reactivating it. They're sending you a DM right away. There's a sense of urgency to connect with you from whoever this Taurus is. It's so interesting because on my main channel, Dream Tarot, I did Taurus's reading today, and I got a lot of energy, like intuitively, of Sag, but I didn't speak it in the reading because no cards really translated that. And so I feel like there's a Taurus who's like really excited to like come back into your energy. Okay. I know this because we have the Eight of Wands. Now, this is what is this? Okay. First of all, this looks like a flying squirrel. Do flying squirrels exist? I feel like this is a figment of my imagination. Like, flying squirrels can't exist because this is freaking scary. Like, what is this? This is creepy. It's like a bat squirrel. Like, I'm scared. Okay. So even like how abruptly this Taurus is entering back in your life, or how they're jumping on you like a jumping spider, something is scary. It's like scary fast. Or it's like, oh my God, like you're taken like aback. You're shocked that they even found you again, or that you guys ran into each other. You almost have like a jump scare. So I don't know what that's about. Now, Eight of Wands, this is the card of a leap of faith. So it took a lot of guts and glory for this Taurus to jump back into your life. But the way that you're going to see it is like, like it gives like jump scare. Okay. And then also, Eight of Wands is like fastly developing. So someone's coming at you fast. They want to see you really quickly. Communication is developing really fast text messages between you and this Taurus, or lots of back-to-back calls. Like, you speak to someone maybe at night, you text them, they ask for your number, you give it to them. Then in the morning, they're calling you and saying, good morning. Then on lunch break, they're saying, happy lunch break. And then nighttime, they're like, I hope you sleep well tonight. Like, there's a lot of back-to-back communication. Someone also, if this person's at a distance, because Wands energy does give travel, if you and this person are a long distance, very soon they're going to be in your city or in your town, or maybe you're traveling there. I don't know. But this Taurus is like, okay. And then we also have the 10 of Cups. So very happy, like overly happy to see you, overly happy to speak to you. Like, I'm getting big smiles, big cheesy energy, like smiling, ear to ear. So there's a lot of happiness here. Also, too, this Taurus sees you as family. So if this is a friend or a family member, they feel very safe in your energy. If this is a potential lover, they think about like how you would make a great mom or father or great wife or husband, or that they could see a really great domesticated life with you. Um, if this is work related, someone's really happy that you came back to their department, or that you came back into the workforce. I don't know what this is about. It almost feels like reconciliation. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Very ready. Like, this tour has been ready, but they're so ready to reconcile. Let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Wands here. Okay, first and foremost, too, this Taurus has had a lot of options. You have the Seven of Cups, so they have a lot of options. But the problem with whoever this Taurus is, they're very indecisive. So they could have like an audience of options. So many people want them. So many people want to be friends with them. They have a lot of family, but they have a hard time deciding on individuals. It's like if they have like five lovers who are interested in them, they sit in indecisiveness of who to take seriously. When it comes to you though, Ace of Cups, they don't they don't get caught up in their indecision. They're like, I want Sag. So even if this is a family member, so many family members are reaching out to them, wanting to connect with them, wanting to see them, inviting them to events. But once you come into that event and they see you, they're like, oh my God, I want to connect with Sag. So there's this deep energy of like choosing you amongst the rest. Okay. So this Taurus does have options, but they are super interested in you. Like they don't get caught up in their indecision when it comes to you. Okay. And then the 10 of Cups, why do they see this happily ever after with you? They're proposing something long term with you here emotionally. I feel like the way that you treated this Taurus in the past has always stuck with them. So if this is romantic, you flirted with them, you charmed them a certain way. And maybe it wasn't serious back then. You were just flirting, you were bored. You're like, let me just flirt here and there. Whatever you said to them and the connection that you built with them back then always stuck with them. If this is a family member, it's like, the interaction that you had with them, the last reunion, has always stuck with them. Even if it's just work, like, you guys sat next to each other in a meeting, in a work meeting, and they never forgot that. So there's something very sacred about your energy and how happy you make this person. Like you put a smile on their face probably during a time that was hard to put a smile on their face. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So tell me about the 10 of Cups here. All right, confirmation. I mean, I don't even know if I need to pull another card, but I'm going to. But confirmation is the 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups. You make this Taurus very happy, or you could have uplifted it in a time that nothing would make them happy. Their family wouldn't make them happy. Their friends wouldn't make them happy. They could have been in a relationship that wasn't making them happy. Career and work wasn't making them happy. Tauruses are workaholics, by the way. So if this is a work situation, they're making that money. They have the material success, but you really put a big smile on their face and they never forgot that. And they're super excited to reconnect. All right, tell you more about this. All right, Page of Swords. They also could have been watching you. So even if there's been like some type of disconnect, and that's what I've been getting, like separation between you and this Taurus, they have been watching you and they've been waiting for this moment and they're gonna seize this moment, okay? What's their next actions towards you coming from their feelings? Let's see. Okay, someone just said, sorry, I haven't been reading the chat. So someone just said, OMG, just reconnected with my Taurus friend from high school a couple days ago. Super excited to reconnect with you. Super excited, okay? And I see that connection developing really fast. Okay, someone said, someone said he just posted a squirrel. Confirmation. Because what the hell is this? Y'all, do flying squirrels exist? Seriously, tell me. I've heard the term flying squirrel, but this is terrifying. Literally, this is terrifying. I never, ever want to see a squirrel flying to me like this. I might just die inside. Literally, that will be my death day. Like, Okay, sorry. Let's get back on scheduled programming. But that's terrifying, seriously. All right, so what is this Taurus's next actions towards my Saggies? What can they expect? Oh, okay. 10 of Wands. Okay. And you know what's crazy about that? That's also on the bottom of the deck. I didn't even bring it up, but 10 of Wands is right here. 10 of Wands confirmation. Okay. First of all, this card, whenever I pull this card, I think about like stop crying over something. Okay. So this Taurus is crying over like something from their past. They're not over something from their past. They're excited to be with you, but they have like some type of pain that they're going through right now. Okay. There's some type of like death energy, something that ended and will never be the same again that they're mourning. So you may feel like this Taurus could be trauma dumping on you, or you may feel like they are so stuck on something from their past and they're having a hard time moving forward. You are a big excitement for this Taurus. They could be clinging on to you during this time, especially with that flying squirrel that's so terrifying. They could be clinging on to you, but you have to know that they just ended something as well. So that also could be their motivation to just find something positive to move on with. I don't feel like it's negative. I just feel like they need a shoulder to cry on, and they could be using you for that, right? But they also are super interested in you, but they also have a lot of emotion. So you're almost dealing with a Taurus who has suppressed their emotions for a long time, and then when you guys come around each other, they're just unpacking it on you. You know? So that's what I'm getting. They have like a burden on their shoulders that just got released, by the way. Tens are ending. So there's an end of a burden, but it's almost like they're like mourning it and they're like dealing with it finally. They're finally letting their emotions out. A very emotional Taurus you're dealing with. I'm seeing happy tears and I'm also seeing sad tears. So very emotional, but super interested in you at the same breath. So, you may consider this Taurus to be a little clingy for sure. Like, this is crazy. I never want to see that coming my way. I'm sorry. That scares me. All right. So let's move on to Gemstone or Gemini. Creepy. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. Someone said they're called sugar gliders. Why are they called that? Ew. No, thank you. Well, if they're called sugar gliders, maybe you're carrying a lot of sugar energy you're so sweet that this Taurus is just sweet on you, you know? But no, thank you. Scary. All right, let's move on to Gemstone or Gemini, as I call them, Gemstone. If you have a Gemini in your life, family member, friend, lover, coworker, someone that you met that you don't really know much about them, new person in your life, whoever. Let's see what this Gemini currently feels about you. Give me some messages, please. Tell me about this Gemini and how they currently feel about Sagittarius. Please like the video if you guys are just coming in. It helps my channel out a lot. It will help push this video out into the algorithm. So thank you for all your likes, and also thank you for your company, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. All right, tell me about Gemini. Okay, the way I just touched the cards felt very sensual. So there's a Gemini. If you guys are close, if they know you well, they want to touch you. Like a lot of hugs. If it's romantic or sensual, they want to touch your curves. They like your figure right now. Someone always wants to touch you to see if you're real. They're like, are you real? Oh my God. Like they're kind of like, I don't know. Okay. We have the Page of Wands here. So they just discovered something about you that's making them feel really, really okay. Page of Wands is the energy of curiosity. So there's obviously a very curious Gemini that wants to know more about you. So that gives the touching. When you're curious about something, you almost want to like touch it, And then on top of that, too, Page of Wands is the energy of discovering something. So there could have been something that in the past, if this is a past Gemini, they never discovered about you. And now they're in tune, and now they feel aligned, and now they're like seeing this, but they kind of overlooked it in the past, and they want to reconfigure your energy. Okay. Now we also have the Villain. All right. Now the Villain, what do you guys think this card is? Okay, I'm gonna pick your brain for a little bit. Obviously, you can see the numeral up there, but what do y'all think this card reminds you of? It's literally the devil. Okay, so your past history with this Gemini has not been cute. One of you is considered the villain in this story. Okay, now I think that this Gemini thinks that you see them as the devil or as a villain or very chaotic or manipulative or controlling or temptation, driven. I don't know, or they see you as that. Okay, there's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of trauma here between you and a Gemini. But also, whether this Gemini feels that way about you or you feel this way about this Gemini, what they are discovering about you makes them so curious. So even if they feel like you are the devil or they feel like you are the villain in their story, they have this deep temptation towards you because they're discovering something new. I'm also getting an energy of like spying, okay? Because even when you see anything that just shows the eyes is the energy of watching. It makes me think of the Great Gatsby. And in the Great Gatsby, in the book, it says the eyes was watching the whole world. And in the book, there was literally like a sign in the town that was watching the whole town. Like, doesn't matter what someone does after dark, doesn't matter what people do in their homes. Everything is being watched and everything is being circulated. So, almost like whatever happened between you and this Gemini in the past, it definitely has been circulated. It's been talked about, or other people have seen. Okay, so it's hard for someone to get away from their past. I don't know what that means, right? Now, this Gemini too, what I'm getting about them, very hippie-ish, very hippie-ish in today's time. So, like, maybe smokes a lot of ganja, could wear a lot of tie dye. Could be like at the metaphysical shops, could be like in the artsy parts of town, likes music, like vinyls, like to go watch the DJs who play old school music. I don't know, there's a very hippie energy about this gemstone. You and them are very compatible, but it's like behavioral issues is what kind of like separates the two. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Tell me about the Page of Wands. What are they discovering about Sag that makes them so curious? The Moon, okay? Something emotional. I'm thinking about music playlists. If they've been watching you, you know how like when you post things online, you can put music behind it. It's a very popular feature because music connects people. So even if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, you can put some type of music or audio behind your stuff. They're learning something about your music taste, or they're learning something about your art, like your creative taste, that they're like, why didn't I get that before? I don't know what that's about. Also, with the moon, too, they could be discovering their deep feelings and maybe even insecurities when it comes to you. So maybe they had insecurities in the past and that's coming up and they're really feeling it now. Or they're realizing that there's deep feelings that they still have for you. Like maybe something popped up about you, an old photo, old notes, old messages, a picture of you that you just posted. They're realizing they're very deep in connecting feelings about you. Okay. See what else is here. This Gemini too is just way more like easygoing. In the past, they could have been very uptight. Now they're more easygoing. Okay. So I don't know whatever that means. All right. Four of Pentacles, even though they're realizing either some insecurities that they feel towards you, or if it's deep emotions that they have for you, they still don't want to show you that. Okay. So they're still trying to hide that. Whatever. Four of Pentacles. Tell me about the devil or the villain. Tell me about the devil or the villain here. All right, Queen of Pentacles, okay? All right, Queen of Pentacles could be like mothering energy. So if you have children, you may have felt like this Gemini showed their butt in front of your children, or maybe they took from you being a great parent, like they stressed you out a lot during that time that you couldn't be a great parent. Maybe also like a Gemini's parenting skills you felt like wasn't positive, okay? Or when it came to their household responsibilities, like keeping food in their house, keeping their bills paid, being organized, being orderly, like, having a clean house. You feel like you've seen that about this gemstone and they feel like you judged them for it. All right. So that's what I'm seeing. I don't really know how much forward movement you can have with this Gemini because there's a lot of like resentment. There's a lot of resentment that I'm feeling. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, Four of Cups. I feel like this gemstone is not over you. They compare a lot of people to you. So they're trying to find like your friendship, the type of friendship that you guys had back. They're trying to find the relationship that you guys had back. They're trying to find the family connection that you guys had back. They compare a lot of people to you, okay? They're very like also too, they decenter love in their life too. So they're not really interested in love. And it's interesting because they're thinking about you. It makes them sad, but that's the last person that they loved hard, or they see you as love, something like that. But it feels like not a good time to reconnect, honestly. There's a lot of tension and resentment here. All right. But lots of watching. They are keeping tabs on you. What's this gemstone's next actions towards my Saggies? All right, we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the energy of fantasy. It's like your biggest wish fulfillment. Okay, so they do wish on a star about you. They see you as a dream friend, a dream family member, a dream lover. They do wish that you guys were on better terms. They do wish that you guys were cohesive, you guys could coexist, but now is not the right time. And you know what? This Gemini is very self aware. They know now is not the right time. So I don't see them reaching out to you, and I also see that they know that there's a lot of feelings to unpack here. Okay. There's a lot of resentment between you and this gemstone, but they have been thinking about you. They also been watching you. So they've been seeing certain themes that you're carrying in your life are similar to their themes. It makes them feel closer to you, but they don't feel quite ready to reconcile. And that's just honest. All right. What's on the bottom of the deck here? We have Page of Swords again. Okay. So confirmation. I have to show you guys every time we have confirmation how crazy it is. It still shocks me to this day. All right, Page of Swords on the bottom of this deck. If you can see, this is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Mirrors is the Page of Swords. This deck says that this is gossip. So there could be a Gemini currently speaking your name, but not ready to have that conversation with you. Still feeling some type of resentment or tension or anger, but also a lot of emotions, and also feeling close by something that they're watching that kind of represents them. If you started, posting about a certain restaurant or a certain culture of food, they're like, damn, I just had that last week. Or if you're doing some type of pose, you have a certain color on, you have yellow on, they're like, damn, yellow's my color right now. That's my aura. So there's something that bridges you and this Gemini together, but there's also like it almost feels like enemy field, like territory. Don't step on my territory, I won't step on yours. And there's still a level of respect that you and this Gemini have at a distance, okay? I think that will unfold later this year, whether you just walk away and never see this Gemini again, or whether you guys will have the emotional maturity to reconcile, all right? Let's move on to Cancer. All right. So, if you're dealing with a Cancer, whoever this Cancer may be in your life, whether they're a friend, family member, lover, coworker, someone in your community, let's see what's going on with this Cancer, how they currently feel about my Saggies watching. How does this Cancer currently feel about my Sagittarius? How does this Cancer currently feel about my Sagittarius? All right, we have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Ten of Swords. Jeez. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. So they see you winning at something. There's some type of goal that you're achieving. This Cancer feels like they were a part of this, or they knew your backstory. Like maybe you told them, oh, I want, I don't know, I want to start a jewelry business. You told this Cancer about it, and now they're seeing it happen in today's time very tangibly. They're like, damn, they actually achieved that. So I don't know what that's about. There's an energy of like this Cancer was in your life for a certain time. You shared with them your dreams or your goals. You're actually achieving that in this time. And then they're wondering why you guys are not in better terms. Okay. They see you as the Seven of Wands. So they see you as someone who has pushed them away. They also may feel like you wear a mask around them. So at one point, you were ready to move forward with them. You're ready to be their friend. You're ready to work with them. You're ready to be family members. And in another sense, you are pushing them away in the air of proving something to yourself. You had a goal. So there's a certain goal that you put out there and you just isolated they feel isolated while you're trying to achieve this goal. They feel like you push them away while you're trying to prove something to yourself, okay? They also feel like every time they try to be a friend or tried to be a lover or a family member or whatever, that you just kind of pushed them away, and it created drama between you two. Like it made them feel like they're trying to be supportive, but you told them, I don't need no fans on the stand. Like you kind of dismiss them in a way. They feel like you almost come with drama every time they're trying to move forward with you. You push them two steps back. Okay, that's how they feel. And I feel like this. You may not think much of it, Sag. You may feel like I just needed isolation to achieve my goals, and I need complete focus and no distraction. So maybe that was your intention. I just need to be very focused right now. But how this Cancer feels is very devastated. Ten of Swords, they feel very, very defeated and devastated and rejected by you. So something that you felt like was not a big deal, something that you felt like you was doing for your highest good, maybe isolating yourself to get something done, this Cancer is taking it really hard. And they now have some type of they now have like this wall up towards you. That's how they responded. Like, okay, Sag doesn't want me around, then wall, they already put their security up. So I feel like again, kind of like the Gemini reading, a Cancer kind of resents you in a way. They're like, you pushed me away to achieve this little goal. You could have had me on your team. You could have achieved it faster with me on your team. Okay. So they don't understand the isolation, the rejection. They don't understand that. You may have had the best intentions. Maybe you were putting yourself first, but this Cancer feels like they're calling BS. They're like, no, calling BS. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's clarify. Let's see. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Thank you. Thank you, Tamara. Tamara. Thank you. All right, let's see. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Hangman. When you put this Cancer in limbo mode but this is the problem, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I feel for this Cancer because Cancers are so sweet. I love Cancers, but Cancers also could be on demon time sometimes when they get upset. So I feel like this is what this Cancer is paying you now. Their demon time. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I feel like because you told this Cancer not right now, not today, they took that as like stopping their whole world. Like, Hangman is like stagnation. It's a period of non-movement. So it's almost like you told them like, hey, I need to focus on this goal. I need to get my money up. I need to buy this house. I need to focus on getting my career together. I need to focus on my kids. Whatever it was, whatever personal goal you had, they took that and they also stopped. They like pressed pause on their own life. Like that was an invitation to do you. Again, Sagittarius with your bluntness, we just talked about that with Aries. You may need to watch the Aries portion because maybe this Cancer feels the same way as an Aries does. But there's this energy of you almost like pushing people away when you're feeling like you need to get motivated, you need to get into your personal goals. Yes, it can hurt, but you're not telling people to stop their whole life for you. You're saying, go do you, go date other people, go make new friends, go travel, go adventure, have your freedom. You're free. Okay. What I'm seeing as a pattern here is that some people here, they take that as like my whole world needs to stop. So it's almost like this Cancer's energy was kind of revolving over you, and they're now feeling like bitter because of that. So, with that Hangman, they kind of stopped everything for you. They've been on hold or waiting period for you, and now they resent you because of that. But you didn't tell them to do that. You didn't control them and say, you need to be stuck on me. But while I'm doing other things, you need to just be sitting here waiting for me. So someone kind of like hates your guts because of that. Like, honestly, Ten of Swords is like, I hate your guts. Okay. Now let's see what else is here. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what to say. All right. Four of Cups. Yes. They literally just dismissed their other options. They had other options. It's not like an ugly cancer. No, I'm just kidding. This is not like a cancer who doesn't have motion. They definitely have a lot of motion. They stopped their own abundance and their own emotion to wait for you. And now they hate you for it. It's like, hold on, I didn't tell you to do that. I just said I can't be a part right now. You could have went and did you. You could have been married by now if that's the case. But you chose not to. Now you mad at me? Same about the Ten of Swords. Why does this Cancer feel so defeated by this connection? It's the rejection, okay? Like you rejecting this Cancer is like, yeah, Nine of Cups. Oops, Jesus. Nine of Cups is the energy of like selfishness or just being very self-centered, or it's the energy of like self-indulgence, okay? They feel like they missed out on like doing them because of you, but I just don't see that you put this Cancer up to doing that. You didn't stop their life. You didn't say, "Oh, you have to sit here and wait for me the whole time in a corner while I go do me." You were setting this person free while you had the freedom to whatever goal that you had. It was very important to you, obviously, but someone feels very slighted by that, and then they almost like don't like you because of it. Yeah, but also too in the same breath, they feel super defeated. They feel wholly rejected by you. But then they also have the Two of Wands. They're currently coming up with a plan to get you or to get you interested again. This is the gag with this Cancer. They're kind of like maybe emotionally not as mature because you would be interested now that you have achieved something. They've literally watched you be the Six of Wands. So they know that you have achieved something. They watched it from a distance. Now that you achieve something, you're really open to catering to that relationship again. You're open to it. You're like, I need to isolate myself to be disciplined to get this. I have this now. Let's see if we can open that door. But they almost feel like they have to plan to get your attention back. But that was never your intentions of making them feel like you never wanted that. It's more so like I have to be a little bit in my own energy to get what I want. Once I have that, then we can explore something. So it's just like it's almost like missing the mark. This Cancer is missing the mark. And also I see you still being interested in this Cancer, like especially, seeing them again, hanging out with them. You love their energy. You think highly of this Cancer, but they kind of got the wrong idea. Now, the only thing I can say to have this Cancer's back is maybe your communication was very off during that time. Maybe you didn't convey something very honestly. Or maybe you did, but there was a certain softness with the water sign that you could have had that you didn't give at that time. So, whatever. Let's see. What is this Cancer's next actions towards you? Hi, Jenny. Someone said, yeah, girl, he was fine. Y'all are cracking me up. Only you could have me cracking up like this, Sag. Only you could have me cracking up. That is funny. All right. First, you wanted the Cancer, but you wanted your goals more. But you're like, after I'm done with that, I'm going to come sit on your face. Like, anyway, we have the Ace of Pentacles, first date. Okay. So this Cancer is still interested in you, but they have like what is it called? A grudge. They have a grudge that they're holding against you. So, and also with the Ace of Pentacles, they want something long term. They want something permanent. They want something committed with you. They still want it, but they're acting like a little brat right now. And that's just what it is. They still are open to that opportunity, but they want you to do the chasing because they feel like they chased before and felt rejected. So that's what it is. Whether this is a friend, family member, they just want you to reach out first, to call them first and be consistent because Pentacles energy is very consistent. So you call on the weekend and you're like, hey, how are you doing? I want to see you. Let's, hang out maybe next Thursday. But you also call on Monday or Tuesday tomorrow and you just say, hey, I'm just calling you. How are you doing? Okay, how's your mom? Okay. Are we still up for, this Thursday to see each other? Are we still good? Like they want that consistency and they'll meet you halfway, but they are feeling some type of way. They just want to see the effort that they've been holding out for you this whole time, they want you to give them that same effort. They're feeling a little butthurt. And they're a water sign, so a little emotional. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to Leo. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. We're gonna do Leo next and continue down. Let me go. I need to go downstairs and put something up because after this, I'm gonna be going straight into the shower. So give me 1 second. Let me do that. We'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right back, and then we're gonna do Leo all the way to Pisces. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you for being so patient. Let's go ahead and jump into the Leo portion. Yes, I was coming back, guys. I had to go back downstairs because I had some of my rice in the rice cooker and I was keeping it on the heated set. The heated, the heated, what do you call it? When you put after your rice cooks in a rice cooker, you put on keep it heated. And if I kept it too long, my rice was gonna get mushy. And I need to put some of my food up. So I did that really quickly. I just ran up the stairs. I'm out of breath. Okay. I'm out of breath, y'all. And I need to redo my lip gloss as well. Because when you talk a lot, you got to redo that thing. So that's what I just did. Let's jump into the Leo portion. No more breaks. Y'all, I'm out of shape. No more breaks, okay? Let's continue the rest of the reading strong. Thank you for everybody who's in here with me, just chilling with me this evening, this night. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's talk about a Leo. I know some of you guys are dealing with a Leo or wondering about a Leo. Leo energy with Sag is just very copacetic. You either love them or you hate them, and then you love them again. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what that means. Tell me about this Leo, and that's thinking about Sag or around Sag. How do they currently feel about my Saggies watching? Tell me about this Leo. All right, this Leo could be a friend, a family member, a lover, a coworker, someone in your inner circle, someone that you're reconnecting with. How do they currently feel about you? Hi, Queen C times 3, period. All right. Ooh, this Leo. I knew that was going to come out about Leo. Leos love you right now. Any Leo really loves you a lot right now, okay? All right, Leos are seeing you on the bottom of the deck as the Queen of Wands, okay? So they're seeing you as very attractive. They're seeing you as very inspiring. They could see you that you're stepping into a certain identity, that you're glowing up. Maybe that they're seeing some really big changes in your physical, or they're seeing really big changes in your demeanor, how you carry yourself. You just have a certain aura to you that these Leos are very attracted to, okay? Behind that, we have the King of Pentacles. So they're ready to put a ring on it, or they're ready to commit to you in a very strong way. Also, a lot of generous Leos coming towards you. Now, Leos in their natural energy are very generous creatures because they're leaders. So they love to give. They gain a lot and they love to give to who they love or who they want. But sometimes Leos do pull back on their generosity when they feel slighted. So obviously, whoever this Leo is that's in your energy feels positively about you, that they want to be generous towards you. Okay. Yeah. Now, the cards that came out about this Leo and how they feel about you, we have the Knight of Cups. First of all, a Leo wants to take you on a date. Like, even if this is a friend or a family member or someone who's non romantic, they want to go and sit down at dinner with you. They want to go and have a drink with you. They want to do something that feels very datey and very lovey dovey with you. Okay. So there's a Leo almost like, I think of Leos as cats. And I do have a cat that's my pet. So even her, she's like in love with me, like right now. But it's the way that I rub her, it's the way I spend time with her, it's the way I talk to her every day. I literally was downstairs cooking my dinner today, and my cat was sitting on the top of the stairs and staring at me like a weirdo. And I was like, oh my God, like stalking me like a lover. And I was like, okay, I kept looking back and they're just looking from the top of the stairs. And I was like, okay, that's kind of creepy. And then I was cooking, minding my business, cooking. And then my cat came closer down, like halfway down the stairs, and was staring at me longer. So I translated that to love because I've been showing a lot of love to my cat. And also, my cat is very standoffish. So it's like very weird, but staring me down, child, I was like, oh, Jesus. So I feel like that's how a Leo feels about you. Like they're inching their way closer towards you. They're on the prowl. They want you. You're their target. You're their prey. They want to conquer, that kind of thing. And they're also smitten by you. Okay. Knight of Cups. You also have this card. It says cocktail party. This kind of makes me think of reunions or just doing something really fun or uplifting. It feels casual, but it goes deeper than casual. It's very like emotional with all these flutes here. Flutes in this deck is water. Okay. Now 17 is star. So that makes sense because it gives Aquarius energy. So again, Aquarius energy is humanitarian. So very generous Leo coming towards you that wants to help you in some situation. They want to save you from some situation. If you opened up to a Leo about like your troubles recently, they have a solution and they want to enact that. It doesn't matter how many times you tell them no, they're going to come through for you in a very generous way. Okay. But also the star is like healing. So you and a Leo could be going through some type of healing, deep healing between each other. You guys could have reconciliation. You guys could be going through a spiritual journey or an awakening together. Also, star card is like beautiful aesthetics. So your skin is glowing, you're looking beautiful, but this Leo also translates that same energy. It almost gives a soulmate. You guys are looking beautiful together. You guys are enhancing your features together, whatever it is. So even if this is a family member, you guys are glowing together, showing together generosity, help, healing, aesthetics. I could even see like a date between you and a Leo where they want to take you to a med spa and they want to get facials or massage, okay, or get your nails done together. Like that would be a dream date between you and a Leo, even romantically, like going to a spa or just getting a manicure, getting a pedicure, going to the hair salon together. That's a really great way for you and this Leo to bond if you've been stumped about that, or if they've been stumped about that, you can offer that and they're going to be generous and pay for it, you know? Whatever. So I see positive energy with this Leo. But let's just really deep dive into that. Let's see what's going on. So, it's in the cards between you and this Leo. If you guys had a hard time getting off the ground in the past, like say this was a lover and it just didn't work out in the past, but you knew that this person was highly compatible to you, this is a great time to start over, especially with that star card energy. All right, so let's see. Also, a Leo is going to introduce you to a lot of their friends and family, and I see you doing the same. And there's a coming together with everyone. So it's like your family wants to meet this Leo, and you guys have fun together. This Leo's bringing their friends around, and they love you. It's like community gathering, especially with this card right here. All right, so yeah, positive energy with the Leo, but let's see what's really going on. Let's deep dive. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, itchy. All right, tell me about the Knight of Cups for my Leos coming towards Saggy and how they feel. They're feeling like they want to date you again or be around your energy. All right, Queen of Wands. We keep getting so much double confirmation. It's so sickening how much double confirmation we're getting in this reading today. Okay, so it's definitely a line for you guys, whoever's in here or whoever's watching this after, to get these messages. Okay, so much confirmation. So, Queen of Wands, this Leo is so attracted to your aura, your energy, your vibrations. Very attracted, okay? Queen of Wands is energy of identity shifting. So, like Queen of Wands is like, I don't chase, I attract. So even the way that this Leo is coming towards you, you didn't do much for this Leo to have this attraction towards you. I'm even predicting that this Leo probably reached out first or came towards you first, or they're following after you, they're smitten by you. But it's your aura, it's your identity that also matches their frequency. So you guys have matching frequencies. It's a really, if this is romantic, it's a really good time to get to know a Leo. All right, let's see what else is here. Ooh, the devil. Okay, there's warnings about codependency and there's warnings about obsession or deep infatuation between you and this Leo. It's almost like I'm so infatuated with you, I can never see wrong. But if you do something wrong, they take it really harshly. So, for example, say this is someone who wanted to date you. Maybe you knew them from college and you guys never really, y'all never really blended those lines, but there was always that attraction there. Now you guys are all grown up in your careers. Now you guys are coming back together. You guys send that first message. You guys go on a date. There's almost like this line that you guys shouldn't cross, which is like codependency. I can see you and this Leo getting very clingy on each other, okay? And that's a line that you shouldn't cross. It's very magnetic because it's fire. Fire with fire makes what? More fire. That's just what it is. Fire with fire makes more fire. So you being hot and magnetic and this Leo being hot and magnetic and you being on your P's and Q's and this Leo being on P's and Q's, you guys come together, you almost get absorbed with each other. And there's like this warning to not be codependent on each other. It's going to be really hard because magnets attract. So there's like almost like they're the negative to your positive, you're the negative to their positive. So it's like a strong attraction, but it's like keep your separate identities and your separate lives. Try your best to not cling on each other. Okay, so that's a warning. Tell me about the energy of the star. What's healing between you and this person? Or what could they be healing into you? You're healing into them. The Lovers. Very great intentions that you and this Leo have, but there's this energy to cling on each other. You guys are almost like soulmates. But it's like codependency. That's a line that you guys cannot cross. Because with codependency comes next is control. So it's like you don't want to be controlled. This Leo doesn't want to be controlled, but you guys both almost blend the lines because you guys like each other so much as friends, family, whatever it is, or lovers. Don't blend the lines. No matter how much you like them or how much they like you, you need to remind them boundaries. We need to have boundaries. Now, with the lovers being here, I see that you guys do talk about boundaries. It's almost like bringing up boundaries before you guys get together, but still, even though you guys both talked about your boundaries and your rules, you guys still break them when you guys come together. It's hard not to. It's that attraction is so strong. Okay, one more card here. Yeah, strength card. It's so hard to hold back from breaking each other's boundaries. It's like, okay, Leo said, don't tickle me because I get angry when you tickle me. And then Sag said, don't make me laugh because when you make me laugh, I fall so hard. And then when y'all get together, you're tickling them and then they tickle you back and then you laugh and then y'all both broke boundaries. It's like getting lost in each other. But there has to be this energy of like, what we said is our past, what we said is our trauma, what we said is our boundaries. Someone has to be accountable. And I see you and this Leo being accountable on different sides, but I also see you guys blending so much that there's boundary crossing. So there's obviously fire gets out of control. So I don't know. It's so good, but it's so bad almost. Okay, between you and this Leo. What's this Leo's next actions towards my Saggies watching? Oh, Debu Tiny, are you dealing with the Leo? Because if you came in during that time, that's crazy. All right, what is this Leo's next actions towards Sag? And we're gonna move on to Virgs. You and this Leo, honestly, are going to be in each other's lives like probably forever. If not forever, close to forever. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is gonna be your safe space in your home. If it's a friend, this is the type of friend that you guys create a family, get married, but you guys are always over each other's houses. You guys plan events together. Your children sleep over each other's houses, things like that. Like you guys have a future together. If this is a family member, this person's going to be in your life forever. There's deep loyalty and commitment here. If this is a lover, this could be someone that you're going to marry, you know? It's so hard not to cross each other's boundaries. That's something that you guys may have to learn over time. It's the energy of liking each other too much or falling in love with each other too much. It's like they said that this is their boundary, but I feel entitled to cross that boundary because we're so in cahoots. Okay, it's a very positive energy between you and this Leo, but it's also a lot of obsession, is what I'm seeing, especially with that devil. So much obsession and infatuation that may bring problems later. But because the Ten of Pentacles is their actions, and also what I see is the outcome, you guys will be able to work through it. But that's something that you guys have to learn. Boundaries is going to be a hard thing between you and this Leo, but there's going to be so much more fun in between. So, do you. Do you, do you. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for keeping you guys up so late. Let's move on to Virgo. Give me some messages for my Saggies who are dealing with a Virgo. Virgo friend, family member, lover, co-worker, community member, stranger, new person, doesn't matter. How does this Virgo currently feel about my Saggies? How does this Virgo currently feel about my Saggies? Okay. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Okay, we have the Tower. Okay. Oh, We have the Tower and the Devil. So, okay, sorry, let me show it to you guys. First of all, this is a tower. This card is called Set Home. Did you send a Virgo packing in the past? Or maybe even most recently? It was very shocking for them. If this is a Virgo that you were dating, like an ex, they're still in like shock mode. They're still triggered by you breaking up with them or moving on from them. Okay. There's a Virgo who feels like you just kind of sent them packing. You packed their bags for them and you organized it really well. You rolled up, their clothes, so it made sure that it wasn't overpacked. And when they woke up the next day, their shit was at the door. And they're like, wait a minute, I still never got over that. So there's a Virgo who feels like you shocked them with some type of ending action, whether it was a breakup, whether you broke up with them as a friend, broke up with them as a family member. And they are so shocked by this. It's almost like it's the first time, even though it could have been years ago or it could have been months ago. It's almost like the first time it's happening. They're still very prudent, and prudent is really a characteristic of Virgo. Like, they're very uppity sometimes, could be in the best ways or the worst ways, and they have high standards. And the way that you sent them, they feel like you disregarded them or maybe made them feel less than. So they're still in shock mode. Okay. And even if you and this person do cross paths, like I see an energy of you and a Virgo communicating or crossing each other in a very weird way. That's shocking as well. So if you've seen a Virgo at a family dinner, you've seen them at work, you've seen them on social media, it's very shocking. They're in shock factor. Like they want to respond, but they don't know how to. Like they almost their jaw is on the floor. And it's like, hold on now, Virgo, that's not cute. Keep it up. So very shocked by something that you most recently did or just most recently seeing you, like shocked as if it was like the past. Okay. Now the cards coming out, we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity. Okay. So if this Virgo was very generous to you in the past, they're looking for that generosity back. They're looking for you to match their personality. Virgos are fixers, okay? So most likely you came across a Virgo during the time that you needed fixing. It's a time that you weren't at in your best energy, you weren't in your highest vibrations, and a Virgo could have nursed you back to health or just helped you along the way. What they're looking for in today's time in 2026, they're looking for someone like you that will also give them the same energy. Also, too, this is the thing, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. You're the Wheel of Fortune. Virgos are very fixers. So if the Wheel of Fortune means tables have turned. So if you needed this Virgo's help in the past, they may need your help right now. And they're looking for deeper than a hi or a hello. They're looking for someone to offer acts of service, generosity. What can you offer me at this time? Okay. And they're shocked as well, but they also need some type of acts of service, like you to come and trim their garden. Just kidding. I don't know what people need these days, but people need something. This Virgo needs something from you. They're wanting quality time, or they'll give you quality time after you give them something that they need. Okay. So it's like if you're going to show up at their door just saying hi, hello, I'm disregarding that. But if you're going to show up at their door saying, oh, do you need something fixed in your house? Do you need me? Can I feed you dinner? Do you need me to take you shopping? Do you need groceries? That's what they're looking for. Okay. So, but they're also very shocked, like jaw on the floor, like shocked by something. I don't know what that's about. You'll have to tell me what that's about because that's what I keep getting. Also, Three of Wands, they foreshadowed a moment that you'll be coming back into their lives. Now, it could be that you actually reach out to them first because that's what I'm getting from this reading, but it also could be that you and this Virgo just crossed paths recently. Maybe you guys go to the same church and then you showed up to an event and they're at that event. Maybe you went to a community meeting or a reunion and then they seen you there. Maybe you went to a bar or a club and then they were there too and y'all passed by each other. So it's kind of awkward, but it's also like You have to know as well for your own power, for your own confidence, Sag, that they foreshadowed this. They were waiting for your return, okay? Even though they're acting shocked and they're acting like, it's like they already knew this was happening. So you need to be confident also with that. This Virgo wants you to give something to them, some type of offering. I don't know. Let's see what that's about. They want some type of offering, you know? If this Virgo's having a baby shower, they want you to show up with a nice gift for their baby. You know what I'm saying? If they are having some type of housewarming, they want you to show up with like a nice gift for their house, something very aesthetically pleasing and also service driven, something operational that will cut their cleaning and like maybe like what do you call it? Like one of those robotic vacuums. They want you to do that. They feel like you owe that to them. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. Y'all have to let me know. But yeah, also they on top of the gift or the acts of service or just your generosity, they also want quality time. They want you to sit down and spend the evening with them. Don't just stay for an hour and then get up and go. Spend the evening with them. And this feels like a family member, but it's also going to be love as well. So someone wants you to really show them that you prioritize them in some way. All right, let's see what that's about. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles here. Let me tell you about this Virgo too. This Virgo is very I don't know what's up with them. Like I don't resonate with this energy, so I just don't resonate. But there's an energy, like, let me show you this, right? This looks like a time watch. So it's almost like speed dating. You know, when speed dating, you sit down in front of someone. I've never been to speed dating, but you guys seen it online. Y'all seen shows about it, whatever. You sit down with someone and they time you. They're like, okay, 15 minutes with this person. This is the time. It's almost like a Virgo is timing the time that you spend in their space. Like if you only stay for 30 minutes, they're going to judge you. If you stay for 1 hour, they're going to judge you. But if you spend 3 hours, 2 hours with them, if you spend the whole evening with them, the whole afternoon, the whole day, then they're cool. So someone's timing you, like almost like keeping time or keeping tabs. Ooh, okay. So let's just see. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Definitely waiting on you, by the way. Queen of Cups is very interesting. Even this card, it shows someone waiting on someone. It's like, I want someone else to fill the seat. So they're looking for you to fill a seat that they don't have. So if this is a friend and they're putting high standards on you, maybe you guys are reconciling and they're putting high standards on you, you have to know that this Virgo doesn't have any friends that fill that seat. They're putting high standards on you because they value you that much. Okay, if this is an ex and maybe you guys are coming back together and just having some reconciliation or even some closure, they're putting high standards on you because they're not dating anyone. You know, they're kind of like solo dolo looking for the person who's going to value them and how much they love. They deserve this, by the way, but you know, they're putting a lot of pressure on you, this Virgo. All right, what else is here? Yeah, the Chariot. This Virgo also wants forward movement with you. If you and this Virgo dated and that's not going to be a thing of the future, like you guys dated, but you know that you guys don't want to be together, they're open to some type of business partnership with you. Okay, that's for some of you. Even if this was your friend and you know that this friend could have been very taxing, they're looking for some type of collaboration with you. They want some type of like forward movement from your problems that you guys had. Okay, they want success from that. It validates them in some way, and I feel like you should give that to them because I do feel like this Virgo was a very integral part of your past. Like they paid their dues, so you do owe them time, you know. Tell me about the Three of Wands. They're already planning something or they've been foreshadowing your return. Virgos are very intuitive, so like it makes sense that they kind of predicted you coming into their life. But what's weird about that? They predicted that, they wanted that, but they're also pushing you away. So it's a little weird, you know? It's a hard energy to get into. It's like you wanted Sag to come towards you, but then you also are trying to play hard to get. Sag is not that person who's emotionally inclined to stick around. So, you know? Wheel of Fortune. What did I say about that Wheel of Fortune? What goes around comes around. If they push you away as you're actively trying to be there for them, that's going to be their karma, period. Because what goes around comes around. You're literally the wheel of fortune going around your circle, trying to make amends, trying to see about people, trying to foster those emotions. You're trying to foster this Virgo's emotions. If they push you away, what goes around comes around. They're going to be seeking you out into the end of this year, end of summer, end of fall, end of winter. You're not going to give a damn. The same way that they push you away, you're going to push them away, and it's like the cycle revolves. So this Virgo almost has to like heal themselves. There's some weird energy of not healing. They prepared for your return, and then when you return, they push you away. Now, maybe they feel like you owe them apologies or accountability, but I feel like even if you're coming towards them, you're trying to give that to them. But it's almost like, "Ugh, I don't want to deal." But then what happens when Sag stops calling, or Sag stops coming around, or Sag moves to the next city? Then you're going to be wondering about Sag, and the cycle continues. So this Virgo has a little weirdness going on. Let's see, what's their next actions towards you? It's like they want quality time with the Six of Pentacles, but they also pushing you away. It's a little weird. It's kind of like confusing. What is this Virgo's next actions towards my Saggies? The Advisor. Still trying to fix people. I think that's the problem as well. This Virgo hasn't learned to evolve to stop fixing people. Like maybe they feel like they fixed you in the past and they still want to teach you a lesson, or they want to be your advisor or your guru. You could be so evolved that you don't need that now. You may just want to have closure with them, amend things, move in a better place. They feel like they still need to teach you a lesson and teach you something. It's like, no, the only reason that you and Sag are aligned to cross paths right now is because Sag has evolved and learned something. So, and also, this is a thing too. Sag is the teacher and the guru. So, even though Virgo's the fixer, it's like, learn your role in today's time. If you want the generosity from Sag, learn to accept, have receptivity. So there's something here that they're not able to accept something, and they kind of miss out. And they also think that their role is still the teacher. It's not. The role right now is just to sit back and allow people to make amends, give back to you, make time for you. This Virgo feels a little like complacent, or just a little like, I don't know the word. It's not a negative energy. It's more so like, you still hurt, but acting like you're better than. Like, I'm hurt by this, but I will never admit it. It's kind of like that. And won't even have a conversation, but it's been waiting on that conversation from you. So it's just a little like, just a little like butthurt energy. And I feel like they missed their mark with that. They've been waiting on closure from you, this family member or this friend or this lover. But once you're ready to give it to them and be accountable, they push you away. So it's like, okay, you miss your timing. Wheel of Fortune. The ball keeps rolling. All right. Let's move on to Libra. All right. Wait, let me scroll down. Thank you to everybody who's in here. I appreciate you guys keeping me company tonight. I know it's late for some of you. Some of you guys, it's not that late wherever you're watching in the world. But thank you guys for being here. Really, you guys energize me just being here with me. So thank you. Please make sure that you guys are liking the video as you're watching, as I'm giving you guys these messages. If you're going to watch this back, if you missed the sign that you're looking for, as you see right here, I'm putting all signs on the screen so you can always scroll through the video after we're done, or even while you're watching, and get the sign that you're looking for. And I appreciate everybody being here tonight, okay? We're rocking and rolling. All right. Hold on, y'all. Oops. All right, let's move on to Libra. All right, guys. We do have a lot of cross watchers here as well. So shout out to the cross watchers. Let's see what's going on here. Tell me about Libra coming towards Sagittarius. What's their current feelings and energy towards Saggy? Tell me about this Libra's current feelings and energy towards my Sagittarius is watching. Okay. What else? All right. All right. We have the five of Pentacles here. There's a Libra who feels left out in the cold. So I don't know if this is someone that you already know, or this could even be a new person coming towards you. Okay. This could be a new Libra, new friend, new lover, maybe a family member that you never really spoke to before. I don't know, but there's someone here that's like a new Libran energy coming towards you, like new or just reintroducing themselves as new. Okay. And the reason I say that is because we do have the death card here. So Scorpio energy. Maybe you're meeting this person through a Scorpio, by the way, but they have a new energy about them. They're not quite like what they used to be. If this is a new person, you definitely haven't met the old them, but they have changed most recently. They had some type of deep transformation most recently. All right. So, with the Five of Pentacles here, it does tell me that someone here is feeling insecure. Now, this could be the Libra coming towards you, or this also could be you. It could be reversed. Okay. So someone's feeling insecure because they've been overlooked, overshadowed. They felt alienated, isolated by the people that they really love or care about. Someone here is coming with some type of trauma, right? But whoever's coming with that trauma is really good at giving advice. All right. So we have the advisor here. This is the high priestess. So whoever this person is, this could be someone who plays with cards. Because when I think about high priestess, I think about someone who does divination. Or if they don't play with cards, they could be like a mediumship, psychic. They could be very clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairresonant, whatever it may be. Okay. Very spiritual. All right. So there's someone here who gives great advice, or they just have a very sound mind, but they're also going through some type of ending. It makes me think that there's a new Libra coming towards you, or there's a Libra that's always been around that you never really you never really understood the depths of them. You guys never really got deep. Like maybe you met a Libra one time going out with your friends, and you guys could have exchanged numbers and you guys text and you guys spoke on the phone, but it was never very deep where you understood the deepest parts of them, or they never got the deepest parts of you. So it's almost like if you notice Libra, you guys are coming together in a very deep way. Or if it's a new Libra, someone's just had a very significant ending, meaning that they just got out of a relationship. Maybe they just broke up with some friends. They had some family drama. They're done with their family, or they just moved and that was a painful move for them. Someone's going through some type of glow up or transformation, and you and this Libra are coming into cahoots. There's also someone who's advising the person who's going through an ending. So I don't know if that's you, Sag, or this Libra. Okay. Let's see what that's about. Let's see. Yeah. So we have the Five of Pentacles and also the Ace of Wands. So it feels very physical between you and this Libra, very handsome or very beautiful. Physically very attractive, lots of lust and desire between you and this person, but I also see a lot of death. It almost feels like someone that you guys are like really close. So if you're meeting this person out and about, you guys are speaking so close where you guys almost may kiss. But there's almost like this cat and mouse game where it's like, you want me, but I'm about to speak wisdom into you. I'm leading you into wisdom, not leading you into lust or sex or kissing. I'm about to speak truth into you, and it hits very deeply. So I don't know. Some of you guys may be going out and meeting someone. Could be under the influence, by the way, like partaking in drinks with a group of people. You and this person connect. Is a lot of physical attraction, like both very handsome or beautiful people around each other. Someone's really leaning into like sowing their oats, but it's like, no, I'm about to speak wisdom into you. Okay. So tell me about the advisor here or the high priestess. Yeah, the devil. That's what I'm saying. Devil's like someone influenced or led by temptation. That's the Ace of Wands. So someone thinks you're sexy. Someone wants to kiss you, is what I'm getting, or wants to touch you in some way. Someone wants to take you back to their house. But instead of like the sexiness or the sexy time, they get like wisdom. They I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. Or they get words of advice, like you speak to their soul. You speak to someone who's been kind of in detriment or been going down the wrong lane or the wrong avenue, the wrong destination. Someone's been like doing a lot of temptation. You almost speak life into this person, okay? Or they speak life into you. You guys met at the right time. Like it's almost like the universe put you guys together. You give this person a run of their money. They feel like they're so charming. They can charm your pants off. They can sleep with you. And then when you guys are alone, you get them into a very deep, like almost like therapeutic talk. You talk about their childhood, you talk about their family, you talk about their ex, you talk about life right now, their feelings, their emotions. And someone just is very open to sharing that with you. Like their goal was to get you in bed, but then instead, you guys just talk about real life topics, you know? It's a change of pace for this person. They're very appreciative of it as well. This person is tired of the devil. They could have had a lot of white one night stands recently, or they dealt with a very toxic ex that they know that they need to be done with, but they keep giving them chances because they're lonely. And then your conversation kind of awakens them or something like that. I don't know. All right, let's see. Tell me about this Libra. Okay, so from that night, someone went to I don't know, guys. I'm trying to like follow the message. Someone went to sleep with you. It didn't happen because you talked them out of like you guys going to the bedroom. You just talked to them about real life. You talked to them about spirituality, what they're going through, their past, whatever their trauma. After that, they just want to see you again. If they met you through a friend or through a family member or through a mutual party, they keep like almost obligating this third party to make you guys meet again. Or they keep wanting to come together. They want to work with you outside of anything physical. So their initial goal was to like get over their emotions or their trauma by like taking you to bed, but that didn't happen. And now they just want to see you and talk to you and work with you. Okay. So I see a lot of like very healthy activities that you and this Libra are going to be doing. It's like someone you met in the club and then you guys end up working out together. Someone you met in the club and now you guys are ended up like being in the same networking group or something like that, going to church together. You know, it's kind of like interesting how this works. Tell me about the end for this person. What are they going through that's coming to an end? Tell me about the death card energy. All right, temperance. Yeah, so this person is almost like utilizing you to get over something, but the how you're making this very healthy because you know when someone utilizes you to get over something is never healthy. It's like, okay, you're using it as a rebound. You almost trick this person. Like they thought you were going to be a rebound, but you almost become like their influencer. You're like influence them out of like sadness or anger or, you know, doubt or fear. And with the temperance, it's in moderation. So you have this understanding that whatever they're going through is going to take time. You're not forcing it. You're just trying to have very sacred moments with them. I don't know what that's about. You have compassionate energy towards this person that you probably don't have with like your own siblings, your own family, your friends. Like you understand this person on a deep level. There's some type of link here that you're just more passive with them. You give them a pass almost, okay? And they follow you. They don't do anything in detriment. They don't give you drama from you trying to fix them or heal them. They kind of follow you like a lost puppy. So I think that's why you're just kind of like very understanding. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. This could actually lead. It was supposed to be a one night stand. You and this Libra. Doesn't matter if this is like a family member or it's like a friend or work. It was supposed to be like a one night, very heightened energy, having fun and not caring about it later, like, doing wild things and then never thinking about the consequences later. It's supposed to be that between you and this person. It ends up being a very long lasting situation. So, say because of mutual friends, you and this person meet one night. They are so physically attracted to you. They want to take you home. They want to maybe take you in their bed. It looked like it was leading to that, but once you and this person got behind closed doors, you just talked to them, almost like a therapy session. And then you went home without them entering you or them entering whatever, okay? Everybody's adults, but I don't see that happening between you and this Libra. And then what happens after that, they foster a very consistent connection with you where you guys almost build something long term. So if this is romantic, it was supposed to be a one night stand and it turns into marriage down the line. If this is a friend, it was supposed to be like maybe something, I don't know, like just a once in a lifetime we do something crazy. Maybe you've seen this person taking too many drinks and you're like, let that be your last one. Like, you don't have to do too much. Just chill around us. We're having fun. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to get crazy. Like, you spoke some type of life into this person. You had a very deep conversation in a time that's supposed to be a lot of casual energy and fun. And it fosters a long term or permanence between you and this Libra. Okay. I don't know who this Libra is. But I don't know. It could be love, it could be family, it could be friendship. It just feels like once in a lifetime, or it feels like a very spontaneous moment, but it's turning into longevity. What is this Libra's next actions towards you? Let's see. They almost put their other family or friends onto you. So you speak some advice or wisdom into them, and then they tell that to their family. They tell that to their sister. For example, if this person's been going down the wrong road and being led by the devil, so they've been, say this person's been drinking, smoking a lot, having a lot of, one night stands. They've been doing something to escape their pain, right? There's people that obviously are really close to this person. So after you give them this life-changing moment, they tell their best friends, they tell their sisters, they tell their brothers, they tell their mom, their dad. So what I see what's going to happen next between you and this Libra is that they're going to tell someone that they love and that they respect a lot about you, and that person is going to become a fan of yours. So if they tell their mother, like, oh, I had this life-changing, conversation with Sag, and it made me think about a lot of things and made me want to change my ways. Then their mom is like, I really like Sag. I want to meet Sag. So you're gonna meet this person's family or friends or their community. They're gonna introduce you. And before you even meet them, or when you meet them for the first time, they're gonna say, I'm a fan of yours, or I know about you and I like what you said, or I like you. Like, they're already doing nice things for you. They may make your plate. If they're inviting you to a family event, their mom is already making your plate and they're like, here. And you're like, why did she make my plate? But it's like, because this person talked you up, or they said how you changed them in some way. There's longevity with you and a Libra this year. If you're not going to meet this person anytime soon, when you do meet a Libra this year, just know that there's longevity. Okay, it feels like you and a Libra are going to be very in sync, almost like Leo energy as well. You may need to watch Leo's portion. There's longevity here. All right. Let's move on to Scorpio. Okay. Let me tell you something, Sag. This is supposed to be a Sagittarius reading, but there's a lot of cross watchers here, and I don't mind the cross watchers being here, but they've been saying some really nasty things about Sag, and I'm like, I can't get with that, I'm a Sag myself, so like the cross watchers who are just saying some nasty stuff, I'm just like, I can't deal with that tonight, honestly. I have low tolerance, okay? I'm just like, why are the cross watchers so mad? Like, what is it? And then this is the thing too. This is a Sagittarius only channel. So for you guys to be cross watchers and subscribe to the channel, you have to have certain respect when you come on here. You have to know that I'm doing readings for Sagittarius. If you're coming on here with your problems and your anger and your attitude, that's not going to fly over here, you know? It's not. I just don't like, I can't deal with that. I'm very loyal. I can't. All right. And speaking about loyalty, Scorpio. So let's see what a Scorpio has to say about my Saggies. And the cross watchers be the first ones in the live. I start the live, there's no Saggies. But the cross watchers are there, and the same ones who are welcoming me in the live, happy to be here, the same ones who are hating. And I'm like, this ain't, I have a channel for all signs. Go to that channel, but don't come over here disrespecting Sag. Don't do that. It's a little weird. It's late at night too. I'm like restless right now. I don't have time for that. All right. All right. So for my Saggies dealing with the Scorpio, friend, family member, lover, stranger, coworker, community member, whoever this person is. Let's see. How does the Scorpio currently feel about you? There's a Scorpio who's banking on you for the future, not right now. All right, so first and foremost, what is this? Okay, this is the sun. There's a Scorpio who's been seeing you more recently, like maybe the universe is kind of showing them your content. You know, like shadow band and like algorithm energy. Social media, you've been posting, the Scorpio's catching every post. Maybe you've been posting last year, maybe you've been posting the year before last year, but the Scorpio wasn't really catching your algorithm. This year, everything that you post, everything that you say, they're catching it. It's like the sun energy. You're so visible to the Scorpio energy. So whoever the Scorpio is, they're very tuned in. If they're a friend, they're seeing everything that you're doing. Maybe if you're not hanging out with them, it's been like you guys haven't talked. They're missing you because they're seeing you. Or if this is an ex, they're seeing everything that you're doing, but they may not have seen you. Like almost you've been shadow banned. And it's funny because shadow energy is Scorpio energy. So you could have been shadow banned from the Scorpio's life, like they weren't catching on to your energy. But this year and the rest of this year, not only just right now, the rest of this year, this Scorpio will be very in tune to your energy no matter where you guys stand. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. And you have paradise here, which is the sun. So they're seeing you in a very positive light. And also, Scorpio energies could be very obsessive. So they like to see your content. They love to see your photos. They love to see your I don't use Twitter, but I know Twitter is all about like text and putting your caption, your status, or what you're feeling. They love to see that. They love to see what you're feeling. They're in tune, okay? And it makes them feel good. They feel like whatever you're posting is positive, like it's not a dig towards them. It resonates with them in a very special way. All right. Sun is also exposure. So this Scorpio has, you know, Scorpios are very private sometimes, not all of them, but there's certain things that they do keep private. But the privacy is like Scorpio energy. I feel like the Scorpio, like you're making them feel alive by how alive you're showing yourself. You're becoming more visible. You're posting more pictures. You're speaking your mind. You're outside more. It almost makes them feel alive. Okay. So a Scorpio thinks very positively about you. If you've been wondering how a Scorpio feels about you, very positively. And you're inspiring them in a way to also be very open and out there. Okay. Now, the cards that came out for how they feel about you, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So even if they feel very positive about your energy, they're going to take their slow time, very private, right? So Scorpios almost want you to kind of be thrown off to how they feel about you. They could feel strongly about you right now, but they also may feel like I need to hide that until a later date. Like maybe in December during their birthday, then I'll act like I've been seeing their content. But right now I'm going to act oblivious, okay? So or during November during your birthday, maybe that's when they're gonna pop out and show out. But right now, I'm gonna hide myself. So Knight of Pentacles is slow moving energy, but it's also reliable energy. So you can expect the Scorpio to be in tune to your frequency, your energy, what you're doing the rest of the year. but they're going to hide themselves, okay, with that Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a guarantee, but it's slow to act, okay? And then on top of that, too, is the King of Pentacles. So whoever the Scorpio is, they feel like they almost need to get their finances up or their stability up or their material success up to show themselves. Like they don't want to show themselves in a mediocre energy. This Scorpio could be very self-critical. You may want to watch Virgo's reading because Virgo also is a self-critical sign. So this whoever the Scorpio is also could resonate with Virgo's reading, but they almost are self-critical about where they're at financially, materially, career-wise. They don't want to pop out until they have that bag on them. And then they'll pop out and show you a little piece of booty. And then hopefully you want to touch that booty and they're like, yeah, I got that bag on me. Okay. So there's a Scorpio here who's really determined on their finances. Also, more clear thinking. I don't know if you dealt with a Scorpio maybe last year. You may have felt like the Scorpio was just like in la la land, or you felt like they were either delusional or you felt like they were in denial. So it's either la la land, which is also delusion, or in denial. You feel like they weren't thinking clearly. They didn't have that sharp mind. They're in sharp mindset right now, but they're also in hiding. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. And let me go ahead and clarify these cards as well. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles here. This Scorpio is determined to make it big with their finances, like to be rich, okay? Because it's the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So they're determined to make that bag this year, all right? And they may align with you once they finally make that bag. Now, this is a thing about waiting too long to align. By the time that they align with you, you may be on to the next best thing, you know? You may have a new best friend. You may have a new coworker that you're hanging out with. You may be in a new department, new role, so that you separate. You may have just moved on, but I don't know. I feel like this Scorpio is going to make it very, like, they're going to put themselves out there where you can't miss them. That's their goal here. All right, tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow moving energy here. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. If you were even to give them the time of day in today's time, they wouldn't take it. They would be pushing you away with that Seven of Wands. They have something to prove. They don't want you to see them as little boy, little girl. They want you to see them as big boss, boss lady, boss man. That's what they want you to remember in your brain. Very controlling of the narrative and how you see them and what you know about them. You know, the tea that you know about them. They only want you to see them as the big boss, okay? So they're really controlling over the narrative, but they also see you as a dream girl or a dream guy. You are their wish fulfillment, okay? And also at the same time, they definitely have options. So they're dealing with people who they don't care what they think. But with you, they care a lot about what you think, and they're just taking their time to reach out or to reconcile. Tell me about the King of Pentacles here, their goals and how they're going to reconcile. Yeah, the Strength card. They're going to hold back until they reach their financial status that they want you to see them as, or until they reach the material status or the lifestyle that they want you to see them as. So they're going to hold back until that time. Very private. They're trying to be so private around you, but Sag, you're very keen and you pick up on a lot of things. You're very perceptive. Also, King of Wands, once they reach the material or career or financial status that they have, they're going to chase you like no wonder. Even if you're in a relationship, even if you moved on to new friends, new tactics, new adventures, new travel, they're still going to chase you. And the King of Wands doesn't take no for an answer. So they're like, as soon as I get my bag up, or as soon as I get this position, as soon as I get my business to the place that I want it, I'm going to chase after Sag, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. All right. So Scorpio may not be like trying to be your friend right now. They may not be trying to like hang out as family members. They may not be trying to pursue you as a romantic lover, but they have plans for the future. And they don't care where you're at. They don't care if you're committed in something. They're still going to chase after you when that happens. All right. What's their next actions towards Sag in this current energy? The Bachelor. They just want you to see them as someone who's a potential. They may not feel that about themselves. They also could be very like harsh criticism towards themselves. I feel like this Scorpio is doing really big things, but they want you to see them as at their best. They want you to value them or want them. So they're not wanting to show themselves to you, very private, but also watching you. And they have future plans, Three of Wands. They have future plans, like you're their next destination, not their today's destination, but their next destination. Not today, not this month, not until summer, not until fall. I'm going to hit up Sag, but not right now. Sag is up there. I want to meet them up there. Okay. So this Scorpio could come off a little weird to you. You're like, I see you watching, but you're not saying anything. They're purposely not going to pursue you until they feel like they're that guy or that girl. And that's just what it is. Whether they're a family member, friend, lover, coworker, someone in your community, it doesn't matter. They want to be at the best. Very, very private. Okay. All right. This is the fun part of the reading where we go into Sagittarius. If you're dealing with another Sagittarius, this is how they feel about you. If you're not dealing with another Sagittarius, this may be how you feel about your own life. Okay. So this is a very fun part of the reading, very introspective part of the reading. Let's see what comes out, Sag. All right. Give me some messages for my Saggies. How does another Sagittarius feel about Sag? Or if they're not dealing with another Sagittarius, how does Sag feel about themselves? Give me some messages, please. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the influencer. So you could be watching other Sagittarius influencers right now and just trying to make sense of it for your own life. So say you are on Instagram, TikTok, and you follow a Sagittarius influencer who's making it big and you really want to achieve the same things. There's almost that comparison there. There's almost like this energy of like, I know I can achieve that in the Sagittarius energy. It's up for all of us. I want part of that pie. Now, if there's another Sagittarius that you're dealing with, there's a Sagittarius that sees you as doing big things and they only want to achieve the same things that you're doing. Someone is seeing you as like almost idolizing you and wanting to achieve your same energy. So if you have a friend, family member, someone that you work with, a stranger that you just met, maybe some new love interest that's a Sagittarius, there's this comparison there, but there's also a lot of inspiration. It's like, if you can do it, I know I can do it because we're made in the same blood. Okay. Now we do have the Five of Pentacles here. So there's an energy of feeling left out. So because you're a Sagittarius and there could be another Sagittarius looking your way, it's like if you're thriving and they're not, they feel left out. They're like, okay, we have the same blood, we have the same energy. Why am I not as heightened as this Sag or this Sage? Like, it's supposed to be both of our favor. If they're in a period of favor, why are the stars not aligning to my Sag energy and connecting the dots as well? So someone could be thinking that about you. Now, if you don't have a Sag in your life, then this is how you feel about yourself. You may feel a little insecure about the success that other people could be having. You want those stars to align. Now, I can't tell you much. I can't say if this wish is going to come true for you or not unless you get a reading with me. If you do want a reading with me, you can always go to my website, www.dreamtarot.store. But other than that, what I do know about all Sages is that career and business success is going to be your forte this year. So if you've been very insecure about your finances, material success, maybe even your home life, because you need money to make your home beautiful and big and secure and safe. Um, your career, where you want to be, whatever industry you want to work in, making connections, networking, bringing opportunities towards you, making more money, being approved for a certain role, starting your own business, starting your own side hustle that turns into a very lasting business. That's in the cards for you this year. There's nothing to be insecure about. You should be drawing inspiration. January is the year of setting resolutions, setting goals. So if you have not, made a vision board, or if you haven't made a vision journal like me, then you should do that while it's still hot in January, and just draw inspiration and make it happen. And the biggest way to make your dreams happen in 2026, first of all, motivation is a scam. You may feel motivated one day, but then you may feel burnt out the next, right? And that's even like the people who are billionaires, millionaires in life, the person that you idolize, you look up to. Motivation is a scam. Like, motivation is not long lasting. What's long lasting and what you can build over time this year, if you start in January, is discipline. Discipline is not learned overnight, but it's learned throughout time. Being a Sagittarius is very thrilling. It's fire sign energy. It's hard to stay grounded sometimes, but if you put into practice daily, even if you fail one day, 1 week, 1 month, if you continue to get up and try again, you will find the discipline to make your dreams come true. So that's all that I can tell you about this year, is that um, finances are in favor for you. Material success is in favor for you this year. Career and business success is in favor for you. Opportunities, also inheritance or other people's money, like making sales, is really big for you this year. And it's what you do with it that will make you successful this year. And if you feel like you're comparing yourself to other people, instead of like daydreaming, you just need to get in the field and get to work and build discipline. And you don't have to be 100% every day. You don't have to be so hard on yourself every day, but as long as you can continue with consistency, you will be better than you were last year. So that's all I can tell you, okay? But if you are dealing with someone romantically, family wise, or friendship, or at work, or just a stranger, there's someone who feels deeply insecure about you, okay? And they are the Five of Pentacles. They feel insecure because they feel less valuable. They feel like you don't value them because you don't spend time with them. You're not giving them attention. You're not giving them consistency. Now, the gag is with that Five of Pentacles is that you don't see value in them. Let's just keep it real. You can be as nice as you want to be, but obviously if you felt value in them, you'd be under them. You'd be, in their skin. But obviously you don't. So there's something here that just doesn't inspire you about this person, and it just is what it is. Whether you told them that or you're just showing through your actions, there's someone here who feels kind of like deeply hurt because they feel like they're not matching your energy. You could be quantum leaping. You could be moving into your next timeline, your next direction, and you just no longer align with people that you used to. You're outgrowing your environments, okay? On top of that, it brings the Seven of Swords, okay? Seven of Swords is energy of being in stealth mode, keeping things a secret. So a lot of your friends and family could be feeling very slighted this year, or even right now, because you haven't shared your goals, your resolutions, or your next moves with them. Even at work, coworkers that you used to like eat lunch with them, you're not doing that anymore. You're wanting to be in solitude. You're building something on your free time. So in lunch, when you used to be in the lunchroom and like talk with people, gossip, heat up your meal in the microwave, now you're going out and about, you're taking walks, you're getting your food out there, you're taking a drive, and you're in your head. And you're thinking about your next move, and you're wanting to keep it a secret. I feel like this is in your best interest, because sometimes when you share your plans with other people, they put their own projections on you, especially if you have a lot of insecure energies around you. They put their worries, their doubts, their fears on you. That translates into what you become. So I think it's in your best interest to not share. Now, with you being more private, draws more eyes, more attention. I see almost with this a lot of notifications. So you're trying to be stealth about something, but you're getting more eyes, or more attention, or more engagement with what you're trying to keep secret. This is the shift, by the way. Maybe this is something that you need to learn, is to be more private, and that allows your momentum to grow. That allows your visions to be tangible and come true in today's time. Maybe too much in the past, you were sharing things, or you needed other people's opinions on your next move. You're not moving like that. And it brings you a lot of forward movement, but also brings you a lot of visibility. Also, don't be afraid of visibility, Sag. I feel like visibility is part of your growth or how you make this financial and material success. People tuned in because of your stealth, your mystery. All right, so let's see. What's the Five of Pentacles here? Devil. There's a bad habit that you have that keeps making you feel insecure. You need to let it go today. All right, you already know what this is. Nobody has to clarify this for you. You can clarify it yourself. You've been clarified it before this reading came to fruition. It's a bad habit. It could be self-doubt. It could be fear, worry, overthinking. It could be staying up too late. It could be going out too much, drinking too much, smoking too much. It could be negative self-talk, gossip. It doesn't matter. It could be like that, whatever. It's something that you already know. I don't have to clarify it for you, that you know is keeping you back, and this year's your year to tackle it and defeat it and block bust it. Okay, so you will overcome this year. It takes time, just like how discipline takes months to build. It takes time for you to really let go of whatever this habit is. Cold turkey. It could be an environment, it could be a relationship. You'll let it go eventually. Be graceful with yourself, okay? At the same time, don't judge yourself for maybe taking too much time to let it go. You're going to let it go this year eventually. You also have the death card, so it's really done. You'll never go back to who you used to be. When you let this go, it'll be done for sure, all right? And then tell me about the Seven of Swords, your stealth energy, because this comes out a lot for you this year, of you working behind the scenes or being very sneaky with your goals. Okay, Four of Swords. Okay, you could be not telling anybody your goals because you also haven't started on them. You're kind of procrastinating, but it's not an energy of like, I'm lazy, so I don't start. It's more so like you're needing rest. You've been feeling very burnt out. So once you get your vitality or your energy back, it's go mode. But also, don't tell nobody at this time. You also may see a lot of people are coming towards you, like your friends, your family. People are reaching out to you a lot more. They want to hang out a lot more. You're not wanting to go, whatever. But there's a lot of visibility this year. All right, Ace of Wands. You will get that momentum or that determination back. You have to act on it, by the way. Ace of Wands is something that comes by really fast. So think about like a bubble that just comes from the earth and it rises in front of you. And you may feel like you're kind of going through it. You're burnt out, you're drained. So the bubble stays probably for like 5 minutes and then it goes back down to earth and disappears. That bubble's going to come up again. Have you had enough rest? Do you feel good? Do you feel healed? When that bubble or that opportunity comes towards you, you need to grab it this time. Grab it and run with it. Go. Run like you're like running to your next life. Like if your dream life, what you have for yourself, if you could see it in front of you and it's just maybe like a distance, maybe 3 miles down the road, you got to grab that bubble and run. You can't think about it. You can't second guess it. Just go like a runaway slave. Okay. Okay. Maybe we should have said that on Martin Luther King's Day. Okay. Tell me about this Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius's next action? Whoever this Sagittarius is, if it's you or there's another person, what's the Sagittarius's next action? Oh, Ace of Wands, double confirmation. It's been coming out all night. Ace of Wands to the Ace of Wands, grabbing that bubble and going and not looking back. All right. Okay, that's what I have for you. Let's move on to Cappy. This is the funniest live, y'all. Ooh, all right. Guys, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces, okay? Just bear with me a little bit. All right, if you are dealing with a Capricorn friend, family member, coworker, stranger, someone coming back into your life, how does this Capricorn currently feel about you? This is a Capricorn who thinks very highly of you. Very, ooh, 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 ooh. There's a Capricorn who thinks very highly of you. They want to give you the best experience, okay? Um, this Capricorn is going to pull out all the stops for you. They're going to be very generous in their next actions towards you. Now, this does give love, right? But love can be friendship, love can be family. It doesn't have to be romantic. But this is a Capricorn who loves you, or they're falling in love with you. If this is like a new lover, they're going to pull out all the stops for you, okay? Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this Capricorn also too is running away from something, but they chose to leave, right? So this Capricorn could have had a recent breakup or a recent ending, but you see what this card says? It says self-elimination. They chose to leave. They didn't get dumped. They dumped that person to come towards you. There's a Capricorn who's leveraging you versus their past, and they choose you and they see you as the most valuable option. Very positive. But I think what may scare you about this Capricorn, you feel like they leap from one thing to the next. So you're like, the same way that they left that past energy, are they gonna leave me the same way? Like you're kind of like seeing this person's moves. You're like, you're quick to jump from something to the next. Are you gonna do that to me? But they're pulling out all the stops. They're trying to impress you. And the reason I say that, because we do have the limo here. Now, the limo is a chariot as well. So they're seeing you as something successful to go towards after a period of challenge. They had some type of drama or challenge, and they're seeing you as the most successful option or who they need to go towards. They're also very inspired by you. This Capricorn, if it's romantic or even if it's friendship or even work wise or even family, they can see you as very career oriented and they love that about you. They love that you like to work. They love that you like to make money. They love that you have high aesthetics when it comes to material success or aesthetics. And they feel like they resonate with that. And they want to provide that for you as well. And then on top of that, we have the Ace of Cups. So they're falling for you as a new friend, new family member, whoever. And if it's love, they're really falling for you here. They haven't met anyone like you in a long time. You inspired this Capricorn based off of like your motivation, your drive, what you want in life. It motivates them. And they're willing to leave whatever they need to leave to really commit to you. So it's interesting. But I see you being skeptical. You're like, how did you leave that so quickly? You know, because it's either that you didn't care about that and you were just faking, or you cared and then you just up and left for me. So if this is love, you're kind of side eyeing this Capricorn, even if they're being truthful to you. They're saying, like, oh, I'm done with my ex. You're like, how did you leave so quickly for me? You don't even know me. You don't know me like that, especially with the ace. It's like a new connection or a new beginning here. You're like, how did you leave so fast? You're kind of skeptical. All right, tell me about the limo. The limo is so funny. Okay, tell me about the limo. What is that? Let's see. The chariot, literally double confirmation. The limo is a chariot, which is 7 in normal Roman numeral. And then we have the chariot here. This is both the same cards here. So also too, this Capricorn has a really nice car, like a sports car. They also have like maybe a Tesla as well, but a nice Tesla. Like what is it called? What is that Tesla freaking boat that be driving on the streets? What is it called? It looks like a boat, spaceship, Cybertruck. Okay. They may have that, or they have like a very nice sports car or something they're going to be picking you up in. Someone has a nice car. They're a car enthusiast, or they're getting a new car. They're going to show it off to you. Okay. So there's that. Let's see what else is here. Also, they're having a lot of career success. So they're feeling very like their ego is stroked, because that's something that Capricorn really cares about is career growth. So if they're having some type of career success, they're feeling really confident. All right, Six of Swords. Again, they're moving on from something. That's something that you need to know. Yes, this Capricorn is going to be like tricking on you. Let me not use that word. They're going to be like, providing a lot or being very generous, but they're moving on from something. It's important to know. Also, too, with this card with the Six of Swords, long distance. It's a long distance Capricorn, or someone who's not going to be consistent because either from work, their work is very demanding, or they live at a distance. So that's another thing. So they also could be pulling out all the stops because y'all don't see each other often. I mean, that's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just the facts of it. Like, you don't see this Capricorn often. It's not very consistent. You may see them every 2 months. Okay, let's see what else. All right, tell me about the Ace of Cups. They're really falling in love with you. They have a big crush on you or something. All right, the Hangman. Again, very stagnant, okay? Like, say this is a friend. This is a new friend coming into your life. They're so enamored by you, but they also had a friend that probably treated them really bad. Like, wasn't very lovey-dovey with them, didn't give them a lot of support. So that's why they're falling for you, because they're almost like having something that they didn't have, but also it's very new, or it's recent that you and this person are reconciling, so they haven't really seen things through and they're already like so committed. But also there's distance between you two. I don't know what this is. Also, Nine of Cups. So they see you as a dream energy. All right. I just see a Capricorn falling for you as a friend, family member. They just really think highly of you. But there's like a lack of consistency because someone lives at a distance. Someone could have a very demanding job, that kind of thing. But there's a Capricorn who really cares about you a lot initially, right off the bat. I don't see you being reciprocal. I do see the Seven of Wands here, so you could be pushing them away in some type of sense. It could be very like all at once. It's like, okay, it's nothing bad though. I feel like they're valuing you, but there's something about them just recently ending something that's like, did you give yourself enough time to mourn, heal, whatever that is? That's something that's on the back of your head, okay? It comes off a little inauthentic because it's like, did you give yourself enough time to heal from that past situation? You said y'all broke up last week. All right, what's their actions? Their next actions towards my Saggies. Let's see. All right, we have the Page of Wands. Just interest and curiosity. Wanting to develop whatever this is. If this is a family member, I see them hanging out with you, but they also may not live in your same state, or they don't live in your city. They may live an hour out. They may live across town. They're here, for the weekend. They want to spend a lot of time with you. It's going to be a really good time. They're going to pull out all stops. They're going to be generous. They want to foster something, but it's hard to even develop something with someone having some type of distance or just leaving a situation. And then their next action towards you is the Page of Wands. So curiosity, like continuing to learn you and just be interested in you. I don't know. You're going to just have to see how this goes. It doesn't really give me how this is going to go. The only thing I'm seeing is that they just left a really tough situation, but it was their own decision. It's not like they got left. They left the situation. But I wonder also too how that, I don't know, develops. But everything looks good. It's nothing bad. I just see the only bad thing I see is the Hangman, which is like stagnancy. It's like it's hard to move forward when someone just left something. That's the awkward thing. But this person doesn't give you any red flags as a friend or a family member or a lover, nothing like that. It seems really positive, but it's just like awkward because like I know you just ended something. So it's like, are you ready to develop a friendship? Are you ready to develop a relationship? That kind of thing. But this Capricorn treats you very well. So, I don't see anything bad. The only weird thing is like, you just left something. It's kind of like give yourself a moment to breathe. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Thank you for everybody who stuck it through with me. I know it's been a long reading, y'all. I'm getting tired too. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it strong. Okay. Let's move on to Aqua. I know you guys are excited about Aqua because what I know about Saggies, y'all attract a lot of Aquariuses. So I know y'all going to be excited about this portion. Okay. Let's see. For my Saggies dealing with the Aquarius, how does this Aquarius currently feel about them? Whether it's a friend, a family member, a lover, a stranger that you're just meeting. How does this Aquarius currently feel about Sagittarius? Okay. What's on the bottom? Three of Pentacles. Okay. First of all, you may hang out with an Aquarius in a group setting. Okay. This is the Three of Pentacles. It says group date. Now, another thing too, look at this card. What the hell? What is this? Okay, first and foremost, if this is a lover, an ex, if this is an ex for you, they may come back into your life when you already have other options. It's not like they're coming back when you're just sitting, twiddling your thumbs and just wondering who's next. They come back when you have options, okay? So, Three of Pentacles, but what the hell is this supposed to mean? You have a lot of influence when this Aquarius comes around. Or this Aquarius has a lot of influence and you're not one of the dogs. So this Aquarius could be like almost like pimpish energy. I'm not gonna lie. This gives me like pimp. You're not one of the hoes. Okay, I'm tired, y'all. Excuse my messages, but seriously, what the hell is this? Okay. And then this is the okay, anyway. So someone here has a lot of influence, but there's also an energy of like, I see like, okay, this is what I know about Aquarius, period. Beginning of 2026, Aquariuses are having their way. Aquariuses could be in a relationship, but still have hoes on the side that are like washing their feet with their hair, like a Mary Magdalene. What do you call it? Magdalene? You know what I'm trying to say. So Aquariuses are having their way right now. I know that for a fact. Now, Sag, you're always having your way. So it's nothing new for you. But there's an energy of influence and like there's like a third party or a group situation here. Group date is here even, right? So even if you hang out with this Aquarius, like say it's romantic and you hang out with an Aquarius and they have their friends there, there's a friend there who's literally in romantic situation with that Aquarius and you know it, but they're trying to like play it cool. Or maybe you're doing this. I don't know if it's reverse for a cross watcher, but like you're not going. You're not going. Okay. So it's just like, I don't do that. Okay. So there's something weird here. I don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah. Under that, we have the sun. So exposure or just seeing the truth. You're seeing like someone likes polygamy or someone likes to have many people around them, even if it's not romantic, even if it's a family member or a friend. This Aquarius or you, if it's reversed, if the Aquarius is watching, likes to have a lot of like yes man, yes woman, yes whoever around them. And you're just not apart. Okay. And I also see like a group date, which is weird. Like I could just never imagine you, Sag. But if you're doing that, I see some type of group setting. And this is one of the cards that's coming out. This is the Two of Swords, which is indecision, right? And it says 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Okay. This is a group date. So 2-on-1. So who are the two people ganging up on one person? That's weird. There's some weird energy going on. I don't know what that's about. Like, it's like a yes person around this Aquarius that wants to speak Aquarius's truth to you, but Aquarius is like sitting back and just like not saying anything, and this person's like attacking you or speaking for Aquarius, like a yes man or a yes woman. It's like, wait a minute, I don't know you. Why are you speaking to me? Like, let Aquarius speak for themselves. Or Aquarius, if you're watching as a cross watcher, you feel this way about Sagittarius. So I don't know. It's weird. And then also too, I see that we have the High Priestess here. So if you're going to hang out with Aquarius, or if an Aquarius is going to hang out with a Sagittarius, whoever's watching, someone already knew that this was going to be the T. So say you have an ex coming back in your life, you already knew that they have third party situations. You already knew that this ex is a polygamist. If you are in a family situation, you already know that your family likes to gang up on you with this person or vice versa. If it's a friendship situation, you already know what it's about. If it's a work situation, you already know what it's about. It's never one-on-one. It's always like a lot of people involved. Okay. Now, I also see this energy of the high priestess too. So very sorry y'all. I got a lot of messages and calls happening right now. There's a lot of advisor energy or giving advice to someone, but I also feel like someone is liking to pin people against each other. I don't know what that's about. It's like someone has a main and then they want to, even if this is a friend, they maybe you and a friend like distancing yourself from each other, y'all coming back into cahoots, but they get off on seeing their friends fight for their attention, or they get off on their lovers fighting for their attention, or family fighting for their attention. Someone has an ego here, okay? It's a little weird. Let me see what's going on. Same about the high priestess or the advisor. Not in your best interest to reconcile with an Aquarius from your past. Or if you're an Aquarius watching, not in your best interest to reconcile with a Sagittarius right now. It's just not good. A lot of drama. Same about the High Priestess. All right, Knight of Pentacles as well. Advice. So someone's giving someone a lot of advice, life advice, or trying to advise them to do better. Someone's not ready to hear it. They will be ready to hear it in the future. Someone could be planting seeds in someone's brain, but not right now. Right now, someone's with the shits. You know what I'm saying? And then later, they won't be with the shits. They'll actually listen, but anything that's being said right now falls on deaf ears. Also, someone has a lot of yes men or yes women around them. It's like you're saying one thing, you're telling me to change, but I have like three other people who tell me I'm doing just okay, you know? So it's like a difference in opinion. It's hard to get balance. Um, just not good. Like, not good right now. Let's see what else is here. Even if this is a friend group, you may have a best friend that you're reconciling with. That best friend now also has other friends around them who are acting up, like they're acting bad. And maybe you're trying to tell someone to act good and elevate their life. They hear you, but they're not going to be able to register that with their influences around them or the environment that they're around. It's like, okay, you know, Sag is telling me something good, but when I leave Sag, I'm around my new friends who are telling me to act bad, you know? It's not going to register. It's something that happens at a later time. And then on top of that, there's competition. So, like, you could still be wanting to hang out with your friend, lead them to the water, and then all of a sudden, y'all go to the club, and then their new friends are fighting you after the club. It's like, don't do that. Okay, it's weird, especially with the kangaroo. I don't know if y'all ever seen on social media kangaroos fighting. No, especially if you ain't got them hands, and especially if you don't care to have those hands for no one but yourself. Like, don't put yourself in that position. It's a little much. Whatever advice that you could be giving this person, whoever's watching this portion, they're not going to be ready to take it. They got too much people telling them that they're doing right when they're doing wrong. Okay. Tell me about the 2-on-1. That's weird. Like, Two of Swords, by the way, this is a Two of Swords card. Two of Swords is like yes man when you're doing wrong. So like it's energy of having a third party or influences telling you something. You're trying to go the right way, but you have people saying it's okay to stay the same. So you have to know that. Also, judgment. Someone's being called to make the right decision. Someone's also being called for a second chance, but it's not going to go well. Seems a little chaotic, honestly. And it feels like detrimental, drama filled. Okay. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Someone wants to go the right way, whatever that means, or they want to commit to you, Sag, but they have too many options on the other side that's saying stay, or you're doing well, or you don't need Sag, or F that Sag. Like, too many people who are stroking their ego, leading them to their detriment. Okay, so not a good time to reconcile, or not a good time to try to, like, lead someone to the water. If this is a family member that you feel like has been struggling and you're really trying to help them out, like say this is a parent and you're like, they've been going through some things, I really want to help my parent. Even if you have the best intentions right now, they're not going to follow you because they have too many people in their ear telling them that they're okay. They don't need to listen. And also, too, think about that. If it's a family member or a parent or a best friend, it's going to hurt your feelings, the rejection that you get, or even the drama that they fuel against you, it's going to hurt you just even trying. So it's a good time to just keep your distance if you can. If you can't help but keep your distance, just be prepared for the drama. Okay. What is this Aquarius's next actions towards you? Someone wants to go with you, but they are heavily influenced. That's what I'm getting. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. Again, Knight of Pentacles is a guarantee. This person will see your side of things eventually, but it's going to take like months, or it's going to take a long time, okay? And the Two of Wands with the Two of Roses is like making a plan. Um, Also, this person, if they have yes men or yes woman, they are easily influenced by other people. Two of Wands is the energy of um, reasserting your power, reasserting your dominion over a situation, and going to where the grass is greener, going to calmer waters, going to where you're going to have better luck, better outcome. They have to almost empower themselves to stop listening to people who pull them to their detriment. And again, this could be about Aquarius, or if you're Aquarius cross watching, this could be about a Sagittarius that you're trying to pull out of some situation. But it seems very drama filled right now. You have to be careful because I do see fights. I don't like that energy. So you have to be very careful with whoever this is. If this is an ex trying to come back in your life, I would just ignore it right now because they have weird options around them who will fight at all costs. So just be very careful, okay? Now, what I see about this Aquarius energy or whoever's in this energy, a plan to change, but it happens like later. It's not happening right now. Just be very careful. Especially if you have like Aquarius X reaching out to you out of nowhere. Don't feed into that. Don't even show up at their house, nothing like that, because it seems like an ambush. All right, just keeping it real. All right, guys, let's move on to Pisces. Last but not least, let's see what's going on here. All right, tell me about Pisces. How do they currently feel about my Saggies watching? If they're dealing with a Pisces friend, family member, lover, co-worker, stranger, whoever this person may be, a new person coming into their life, how do they currently feel about Sagittarius? Okay. What's on the bottom here? The Star. Okay, I feel like there's a Pisces who wants to come back in your life and restore things between you two, like rejuvenate the connection, heal the connection. This is the Star. But also there's a lot of people in their energy, so there's a lot of influence, you know? It's almost like you want to really you want to heal things with this Pisces and the Pisces only, but then they bring all these new people to your seating, to your meeting. It's like, okay, I was coming here to connect with you, and then you brought your new friend, you brought your new lover, you brought the new family member that you're hanging out with, you brought someone else. You're bringing people into our business, and this is supposed to be our healing. And so that also gives me like a red flag, like no, because if you and this person are trying to heal each other, heal with each other or come to some common ground. Why don't we have all these weirdos around us that don't know anything about us? They don't know our history. They don't know me. They don't know you that well. Who are these people? So it feels like an entourage, almost kind of similar to Aquarius, but there's an entourage here, right? So the next time that you meet with this Pisces, because I see that you will be talking to them, there's an entourage or there's a level of influence around them. They found a new home, a new family. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you don't want this new home or family in your business. For example, if you have a baby daddy or a baby mama who's a Pisces, maybe you guys are trying to find common ground when it comes to co-parenting. You guys have been texting back and forth, you've been on the phone, and everything seems copacetic. Then you're like, okay, we're going to meet for lunch and talk about the schedule, talk about our expectations. When you show up to lunch, then they have their new boo there that they only been dating for 2 months. And it's like, wait a minute, I've been on the phone with you. We've been texting back and forth. We seem to be on the same page. You could have gave me a heads up that your new boo of only 2 months was going to be here. And we're talking about our child. So why the hell is this person even listening on that conversation. I don't even know this person. Like it seems like an entourage, okay? Now there's energies here. So first and foremost, whoever this person is, we have the producer. Now this is the card of the magician. I feel like whoever this Pisces is, they're trying to have influence over your thoughts or your actions. Not bad. I mean, magician energy is very mysterious, okay? And also you have also Virgo energy here with the this card here. So both cards are very mysterious behind the scenes, not knowing much about this person. You may have a deep history with this person, but you don't know much about them in today's time. You're very like they're super mysterious to the way that it kind of scares you because you're like, who are you? And in the moment that you have to get to know who they are in today's time, they bring like a third party or they bring someone that's just like not involved. So it kind of throws you off. And they're very introverted. So anytime that you do have conversations with them, it's very short lived. They may have a time limit to 10 minutes and that's it. And then they go ghost. It's hard to catch this person in a good timing. It feels like you're needing to collaborate with them. So this could be a work situation for some of you guys, or maybe family situation for some of you guys. But it's like every time you try to collaborate with them, you don't really know who they are. It's almost like imposter, like I don't even know who you are. I spent all these years with you and I still can't say what your favorite color is, who your friends are, where you came from, your background, how many siblings you have. There's so many like questions about this person. And then with the producer, which is the magician, they like to influence the narrative. So that also gives a lot of like controlling and fake vibes because you're trying to control the narrative, but who the fuck really are you? Excuse my language, y'all, but who are you? This person seems a little weird, it's like they're kind of like a ghost. When I think about the hermit, I think about a ghost. And then when the magician is like, magician portrays what you want them to see. It's like an actor on stage. I portray the character that you want me to see, but I'm not really being my true authentic self. So whoever this is, you just don't know if you really know them that well. And then on top of that, when you try to get to know them or you try to have that one-on-one, they bring an entourage. So that's kind of shady in itself. Let's see. Tell me about the producer or the magician. Six of Swords. Okay. All right. So this person also is moving on from some type of past situation. And in this new situation, they're going to have an entourage, period. So they could be going through a breakup. They're going through some type of relocation. And it's almost like it's freshly new. So think about someone like moving from one state to the other. How do you already have an entourage? You just moved from Arizona to Miami. How do you have an entourage in Miami already? It feels inauthentic. Okay. So even someone coming towards you with this entourage, with these friends, with this love situation, someone's bringing their new boo to y'all meeting. It's like you just went through a transition. How are you having this connection? It just feels weird. It's like, I don't know you. Okay. It's just kind of a little weird. I don't know. All right. This person's really focused on their career, by the way. They're really trying to make something career wise happen. So they also gives me networker, like someone who's trying to network, someone who's trying to build some type of career capital. And they also may be faking it till they make it. I mean, who cares? Make it work. But it just seems inauthentic, this person. All right. Let's see what else is here. Like a social climber. Okay. Yeah, Six of Pentacles as well. They're very generous to outside sources that you've never heard of or that you've never seen them with. But when it comes to you, who you have history with this person, they give you the bare minimum. And that's what kind of like makes you feel weird. Also, this person, there's a weird energy. Like Emperor, they're coming around you as a boss man or a boss lady, but you know that you're like, what business do you have? Like, it's just something is weird about this person. I don't know. It's like, okay, Emperor is a very accountable, responsible, good father, good mother, someone who's a boss, a CEO, someone who has high ranking, but they just transitioned from something. So it's like, you're not in that position. So game are you playing? It's just weird. But the people who are around them really believe that. So it's like, huh? What is this? All right, tell me about the hermits. And they also been ghosts for a long time as well. Okay, so when this person was ghost, they could have been going on a spiritual journey, which is interesting because if you know this person for a while, being that you watch tarot readings, you may feel like this person wasn't really into things spiritually. Now they're coming back as like a spiritual guru. They're saying grand rising. They're saying ase after they say very big, quotes. And it's like, who is this? They're wearing spiritual beads, very spiritual, or coming off as a guru, or coming off as someone who has established spirituality. If it's not spirituality, it could be religion, coming off as like an ultra Christian, ultra um, Jew, or ultra Catholic. It's like, where did this come from? It's a little weird. It's like this person disappeared, then they reappeared in a whole different light, but it hasn't been a lot of time. And this person's true T. Yeah, the devil. Exactly. Devil is a liar, so that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Devil's a liar. So it's like this person's coming towards you with a whole different persona. They also have an entourage of people who believe them to be this persona, but you know the truth and you're just off put. You're not mad at it. You're not like, okay, you're being this person, so whatever. You're just like, something is a little bit off putting. Something is not authentic. That's all it is, okay? Let's see. What's this person's next actions towards my Saggies? All right, Queen of Pentacles. They're going to adopt this new identity. They're going to be very responsible, very well put together, a great parent. Something has really awakened in them. Your skepticism comes from like the lack of time. You just seen them probably like last year, December, they were a different person. Now you're seeing them in January, they're totally switched up and they have this entourage or this new group of friends, but their actions are actually matching this new identity. So it's almost like you can't complain. You can't, you're like skeptical, but you're like, okay, they're actually doing something. If it works for you, then great. If this is someone that you co-parent with or like the parent of your children, they're actually going to be a way better parent than they were in the past. So that's amazing, but something just feels like very like weird. It's almost like you're in a twilight zone with this person. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Interesting. Now, if this is an ex, right? Maybe last year you were just with them. Maybe like during summer you were with them and you guys broke up. They were a totally different person. Now coming towards you in January or towards February, they had a total switch up and you're like, how did you switch up so quickly? But their behavior actually does follow this energy, but with the devil as well, still liar energy. Like, I don't know how long this person can keep it up. The devil is very telling. And the devil to the Hierophant does give polygamy. So this entourage could be their lovers, whether they're masculine or feminine. Their entourage could be their lovers. So there is a lie in the mix, but other than their lifestyle that may seem inauthentic, being a parent or being responsible or being there for your parents, your family, your siblings, being a part of the community, being there for work or being a friend, they do tend to fit the bill. Their behavior is becoming better, but there is something inauthentic about this person, but we're going to let that go. At least their actions are showing up to par. So we'll just go with that. All right. Whew. Wow. All right, guys, you know what? That's what I have for you. Some of you guys do not understand the readings, and that's okay. I'm not someone who's deeply understood as a reader. I get a lot of skepticism, but I also don't think I'm different from a lot of readers. I think a lot of readers get a lot of skepticism. It just depends. What time will tell. These are predictions. Allow it to play out. Come back to the readings, and then let me know what you think. Thank you for everybody who has been here with me, giving me company while I've been reading. I plan to do more live readings. I know I've been saying that, but it's really the truth. I'm just trying to build discipline here. And Okay, I'm seeing now because my streaming service is so delayed. I'm seeing all the Aquarius comments, and someone said Blueface is an Aquarius. Did I? I don't even know if I said anything about Blueface, but that's funny. Maybe I need to watch this back myself. Other than that, all of the signs are on the screen. So if you're gonna watch this back tomorrow, next week, next year, doesn't matter. You can always scroll to find your place of the sign that you want to know T on. You may meet someone tomorrow. They may end up being a certain sign, and you want to watch how they feel about you. I only give the true tea from my spirit guides. I keep it all the way real if it's favorable or even if it's unfavorable. Okay, so that's something that you guys will learn to appreciate about me in the future. For those of you who don't, I appreciate everyone on this channel. I love all my Sagittariuses down. Okay, let me know in the comment section after I get off of live. Let me know in the comments when you watch this back what type of videos that you want to see on this channel. I'm committed to giving you guys everything that you guys want. I want to spoil my Saggies this year of 2026. You guys deserve it. Other than that, please like the video of when this is published. If you could hype the video, because I know that's a new feature on YouTube, please hype the video. I'm really trying to push out my visibility and also get over my fear of like being visible. So if you guys can help me in that goal, I would appreciate it. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want me to go live tomorrow and do a reading for you guys, I will do that. It won't be an all signs reading, but it'll just be a regular reading. I will do that for you guys. So just let me know in the comments. Other than that, good night, guys. I need to go to bed. It's my bedtime. I need to go take a shower. I need to go put up my food downstairs and just get in my bed, get ready for tomorrow. I will pray for you guys tonight for my Saggies to be their most abundant this year. I hope that you guys pray for me too. Keep me in your prayers and your positive thoughts. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. And until next time, bye, Sag. All right, I need to end this. Wait, let me read the comments before I go. It's not really much to read. It's a lot about Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Someone said, I need tea on Leo and Virgo. You can go watch that back. Someone said, I think you are a great reader. I appreciate that, Zach. I really do. Margie said, totally resonated. Okay, thank you guys for the great feedback. I love you guys. I will see you guys next time. Get some good rest tonight, Sag. I know you need it.